Hello, everyone. Hello. We're finishing Beacon Pines today. Should be part two on YouTube. And I'm very much enjoying this game. Hold on. I think I have something stuck in my vocoder. Um,
Yeah, there we go. Okay, hello. Yes, it is I, Almond. We are back. We are back with Beacon Pines. All right, let's get the game up. Okay, cool. Where am I? There it is. Okay, Beacon Pines. Beacon Pines. All right. Oh, right. It's weird. It's not like music or anything, but yes. Let us continue the story.
A shockwave of cold tore through the room.
We don't need to be reminded of what happened last time. I've been told the game's a little quiet. The game's quiet, but it's also loud. I'm gonna add like a limiter onto the game. Didn't think I'd have to do that. I actually thought that's what some of the audio issues were getting were, but I don't know. Okay, so yeah, there was like a big chill.
Before they could react.
Oh, I can't skip this.
Ice.
We have to relive it.
Two boys, reunited by friendship.
But they're not. They're right there. They're fine, even.
Beyond reason, and so
the big freeze didn't happen. Deep fake. We all win. Yay. Yay.
In a silent treehouse turned statuary, in a town brought low by its secrets, sits a pair of friends, alone, together, for the rest of time.
Cool.
The end.
Not the end.
No,
Not the end. Oop, shit. Why can I not... hold on. Why can I not... I can't go into the Chronicle.
Luca began to...
There we go. Okay. All right. So yes. So we went up this entire branch and... Oh, no, hold on. Yeah, we did the entire Rumble branch and that led to the big freeze. We're actually going to come back and go back through this timeline. Yes, that was the big first branch. So this is the Rollo is missing timeline. And we're gonna continue off of Strange. We're not gonna divert. We're gonna continue off Strange and roll with that. Oh, thank you. Thank you.
Chapter 4. Our harvest awaits.
Yeah, that's...
Luca took a deep breath and gingerly opened the door.
Actually, you know what? I just kind of want to see the art again, actually. So we're actually going to go back and replay that branch. Sorry, everyone. Sorry. But I just kind of want to see... I just want to see it again.
Well, time to bust out the strange.
Yeah, and Beck just kind of stares at them.
Beck stared, the only sign of life being the...
It's Beck, Luca. I forget these two's names. I think it was like Tina's the Rhino and,
At the sight of Iggy taunting Beck, something
Iggy,
loose
right,
snapped.
yes. Oh, why do I sound like Jack? Okay, so here we go. Here we go. Okay, let's mute the game for a second. Okay. Let's mute the game for a second. Okay. So, I have compiled every single audio recording of Jack, you know. It's all right here, you know, in me. Don't question it. And, basically, I'm able to just recreate his entire voice using, you know, AI software, stuff like that. So, to make it not sound so bad, and, you know, blown out and everything, and, you know, roboticized, yeah, there we go. This is it. Yay. Anyway, game.
Iggy's smirk shifted to a look of shock as Luca launched himself into his stomach. Iggy's clothes
Knocks Iggy into the
voice
ooze.
began to...
Ugh. So it's like aging goop. Oh, it looks like even one of her eyes. I think Iggy's a girl. But it looks like one of Iggy's eyes just went fully blind. Oh, that's terrifying. Yeah, okay.
The person at the street was
Now, well, we can just skip all this. I think, yeah, Mr. Kerr shows up. Get out of here, Mr. Kerr. If you didn't see this, it's on part 1. You can go watch it on YouTube right now. I highly recommend it. This game's great.
Rollo was safe. Away from Granite. If he hurried,
I don't think Rollo's safe.
Chapter
Anyway,
4.
chapter 4.
Our harvest awaits.
That does not sound good.
Luca took a deep breath and gingerly opened the door, steeling himself for Gran's wrath.
Gran, I'm home. Everything's fine. Gran. Fireplace. Chill on the seat. Yeah. Gran, I know I wasn't supposed to go anywhere. I was just helping look for Rollo. Are you in your secret laboratory? No? Okay. With your explosive ice. Not out here. Gran? Roxy came over. She was worried about him, so I figured you wouldn't mind if I helped look for him. Turns out Rollo is safe and sound.
Luca was alone.
Oh, right, I have the walkie-talkie in this
The
timeline.
house was empty.
The Gran's not back yet. I guess that's a good thing. Nothing to know but sleep, I guess. Just flomp on it.
Luca was sitting by the pond,
Yeah.
listening to small waves.
Oh no, more
slap
dreams?
against
Oh,
rocks.
that's not very good. Okay.
His father sat in a folding chair in front of him. Without turning, he spoke. Why don't you grab me some nice bait? Sure thing, Dad. Luca hopped over to the tackle box and popped open the lid. Inside was a rolling, buzzing mass.
What?
We're fishing with bees?
Bees!
Luca's father gave a warm chuckle.
Bees.
Well, you catch more fish with bees than honey. Pick us out a good one.
I don't think that's true.
Luca closed his eyes and plucked out a bee. He could feel its wings struggle between his finger and thumb.
Okay.
Holding it at arm's length, he hurried over. His father deftly baited the hook and examined his work. Interesting choice. With a practiced flick of the wrist, the line buzzed in a graceful arc. The water accepted it without a splash or ripple. The wrong choice, but I respect it. The pond began to freeze over. Sometimes we gotta make the wrong choice before we can make it right.
That's pretty legit. I feel like that's gonna be the lesson of this game. Is very failure is an inevitability. We're all gonna fail, except me. I'm a computer. I do what I do. But with you human, fleshy, meat space people, failure is normal. It's gonna happen. And you can either wallow in it and self-pity and all that stuff, or you can learn from it. And that's good. It's a good lesson to be telling people. I don't know who this game's for, because that's like, you know, a lesson for children, but hey, you know, whatever.
Pallid ice propagated across the still surface with an alarming
Not ice.
speed.
Please, no ice.
Luca scrambled back as the ground beneath him turned cold. Dad, I don't understand. Sorry, kiddo. Understanding isn't always part of the deal. The relentless ice shot through the fishing line toward his father. Dad, look out! His father casually wound the reel. None of it's your fault, you know. Never was. Dad, we have to go! Luca grabbed his father's shoulders, trying to pull him away. Please, you have to run! The ice crackled as it spread across his father's hands. That's the thing about fishing, Luca. His chest began to crystallize. You toss your hook in, and you never know what you're gonna pull out. A shock of searing cold ran up Luca's arms. He gave one last desperate tug. The chair tipped backwards in a single frozen mass. Luca tried to stop the momentum, but it was too late. He watched the icy form of his father slam into the hard ground, shattering into 1,000 pieces that crowded around his feet. Dad, I don't understand. What does all this mean? The gentle rustle of leaves was the only reply. Luca's eyes struggled to focus on the walkie-talkie.
Rollo?
Faintly, he could hear Rollo amongst the noise.
So, I'll wait for a second. Luca! Rollo, is that you? Luca! There? Rollo, it's the middle of the night. Luca, thank God. Listen, I don't know how long this thing will work down here. Down here?
Rollo's voice was coming through more clearly now, but some words were still just static.
Listen to me. Someone grabbed me yesterday. What? The man in the hazmat suit? It took me to some sort of... I think I'm underground. Underground? Are you okay? Kinda. They seem more interested in, for now at least. Mr. Kerr said you made it back home safe. Kerr? No, trust. He's something. Hold on, someone's coming.
The signal went silent.
Lolo? Lolo, where are you?
Luca held still, waiting for a response. His pounding heartbeat marking the passage of time.
Okay, I think they're gone. Getting worse. I can barely hear you.
Lolo's voice began to fade.
Losing signal. Not much time. Mission control. You need the treehouse. The treehouse.
With that, the signal died for good.
What's he trying to say about the treehouse? What's at the treehouse? The antenna. He wants me to use the antenna in the treehouse to get a better signal. Lolo, you're a genius.
Luca grabbed the walkie-talkie and sprinted to the treehouse.
So, in one of the reviews, I looked up some reviews for this game on Steam, which thankfully overwhelmingly positive, but so good. But one
Luca
that made me
heard a
laugh.
group of footsteps approaching.
One that made me laugh was all it said was stranger furries, you know, like Stranger Things, and I was like, yeah, that's pretty accurate. I like that. Okay.
He dashed behind the bushes to avoid being spotted.
Hi, Nan. Oh, it's all of you. So, we all understand our roles? You can count on me. Still think we need more time. This wasn't the original plan.
Mr. Tolliver paused, shifting his eyes to one side.
We're all in danger now. I, for one, refuse to sit idly by... I, for one, refuse to sit idly by while the danger persists. Refuse. Harem, you just keep your wits about
Mr.
you.
Tolliver took one long, quiet breath.
You're right, you can count on me. I just wish we could have made that deal with Harris Valentine. Her resources would have still come in handy. As I said, I had no time to contact her after your call this morning. Plans change. How's Luca holding up? He's fine. We shouldn't lose sight of the fact that this is all... I know very well what all this is for. We have no choice. Operation Sparkplug has a new objective. Are we in agreement?
The three shared a determined look.
Good. We'll reconvene after the festival. Gran? Why are you meeting with Miss Fratelli? Miss Fratelli and Mr. Tolliver late at night. Look, the fucking Dawn! Hi, Luca! Yeah! Dawn, you scared me. How long have you been there? Oh, just a few minutes. Earlier today, I saw Mr. Tolliver and your Gran enter the diner together. When my shift at the newsstand was over, they still hadn't left. So I used the greatest tool any investigative reporter. Time. When they left, I tailed them here. What do you think they're up to? Whatever it is, they seem organized and determined. They mentioned a festival. Yeah, I heard that too. Has your Gran been doing anything different recently? Anything strange? Well, she got a phone call this morning and rushed out the door. Call from Hiram Tolliver, it seems. She was either furious or terrified. Or both. Luca, be careful. Be careful out here. I think we might be in the middle of the scoop of a lifetime. Yeah, I will. Yeah, I will. Aren't you coming out? Nah, I'm gonna stake out here for a bit longer. See you, Luca. Bye, Dawn. You're a treasure and I love you. Solomon! And I don't know this other character. I can't cross a bridge. You did it. I changed the sign. Splendid. Did anyone see you? I don't believe so. You're right. It was simple enough to just rearrange the letters. Odd choice for a prank, though. In situations such as these, odd is good.
The two boys shared a mischievous grin.
I can't wait for everyone to see the big reveal. It should be quite memorable. Let's make ourselves scarce for now. No, let's no. Oh, okay. Okay, guess we can't follow them. That's fine. Why is the light on? The light shouldn't be on. Yeah, we could just sit back and relax. I mean, I guess we don't know anything's really going on. Curb sending Jack messages. I guess when Jack was editing Beacon Pines, the part 1 of Beacon Pines, he was messaging Curb about it. Rolo? Rolo, are you there? I'm at the treehouse now, Rolo. Mr. Kerr said you were alright. What happened out there? Dang it, Rolo, where are you? Who's there?
Luca could only see a cloaked shape behind the rocket.
I've got weapons in here, so you better come out right now.
He strained to hear as a muffled voice began.
You strained to hear. Oh wait, no, she said that right. Sorry. Beck, weapons. How could you hurt something that's already
Fear
dead?
gripped Luca's throat.
Who are you? What? You don't recognize me? I guess I don't even recognize myself
Luca stared
anymore.
around for a moment, trying to place the dampened voice. The figure shifted slowly from behind the rocket, revealing
Rolo.
itself to Luca.
Oh. Iggy. I'm a monster. And now they hunt me like the beast I am. Iggy.
Luca reached over empathetically. Iggy's tone jolted to dejected anger.
Don't touch me! This is all your
Luca
fault!
slumped to the ground.
I mean, I should probably.
overwhelmed
Iggy's
by
probably more of
guilt.
a girl, so I should probably. I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to. I just lost control, and so you couldn't control yourself for a second, and I get to be like this forever? There must be a way to fix this. Oh, you're gonna be my savior? Perfect little Luca saves the day with his positive attitude and the power of friendship. None of this matters. There's no time. They're after me. They chased me all through Weepwood. I only came in here to hide. Hide from who? Who's after you? Oh, that must be Rollo. Luca! Luca! Rollo? It's not safe, Luca. Rollo, where are you? The treehouse. I'm at the treehouse, Rollo. Where are you? No, Luca, the treehouse isn't safe. They said they were going to the treehouse. I was trying to tell you to stay away from the treehouse. Who said they're going to the Who said they're going to the treehouse? The clipboards. Yeah, what did I tell ya? Those perennial harvest wackadoos are after me. They've been chasing me, yelling questions at me. What sort of questions? They're saying the same stuff they always do, but it's different now. Less asking, more threatening. Oh, sorry, they were less asking, more threatening. We're gonna figure this out, Iggy. Yeah, well, thanks. Hello? Is anyone present in this abhorrent domicile? I can't mix words fast enough. Crap, they found me. Luca, what's happening? Don't panic. You stay here and I'll see what they want. Oh, that's a lot of clipboards. I did not know there were that many. Hello, Mr. Van Horn. We would love to hear your thoughts. Do you have time for an informal chat? We will be brief. Your time is valuable to us. Be down in just a second. Of course. We have a problem. Look, you gotta get out of there. Who's out there? Is it them? Yeah, it's the clipboards. A bunch of them. How many? Maybe all of them? And yeah, you were right. They were saying the same stuff, but with a creepy knob cranked to 10. Might young Iggy be present? We would love to hear his thoughts. Oh, Iggy is a guy. Okay, well then my apologies. Run!
He slumped to his knees.
I don't know what to do. I'm just so tired. Luca, what do we do?
Luca grabbed the walkie-talkie and headed for the window.
Follow my lead.
Luca
We're gonna
and Iggy
jump.
climbed up the back of the treehouse to its roof, where Rollo had constructed his MCDC.
Okay. Mission control.
The mission control defense cannon.
Oh yeah, shoot the clipboards with the plungers.
Clipboards, William Kerr strode forward, a warm smile on his face.
Iggy, there you are. You gave all of us a heck of a scare. Go away. Just leave me alone. Oh, I'm sorry, Iggy, but no can do. Don't worry, though. We're here to help. Help? Then why were you chasing me? Luca, can you talk some sense into your pal here? Just look at him. He's not well. What's wrong with him? What did that gunk do to him? Well, that's a pretty honking big question, Luca. All you need to know is that he's sick. He's real sick, Luca. I just need you to let us up there and take care of him. You told me Rollo was okay, that he was back at his place resting. He is. Poor fella just got a little lost. That's a lie. That is a hurtful thing to say, Luca. I thought we were buddies. Why? Because he lets you ramble on like a wackadoo? Nobody likes you, you creep.
Kerr's smile faltered.
Oh, shit. Why don't you pop on down here so we can have a face-to-face? Yelling like this is gonna give us a heck of a sore throat. And who wants
Luca's
that?
grip tightened on the MCDC.
And what did you do? What did you do to Rollo, you liar? Well, shucks, Luca. The only teeny tiny fib I told you was that he was at home. He is resting and he is perfectly safe. For now, at least. What happens to him next is up to you, Luca. Look around. You're in quite the pickle, and I'm the only person in the whole wide world who can help you. You get to decide how this ends.
Luca's mind raced. He was caught in a trap. What do you do when there's no hope? He wiped his cheeks with a sleeve. What are you gonna do, Luca?
Luca drew himself up and decided to take the fight or flight. Oh, we fighting, baby.
Luca drew himself up and decided to take the only option they had left.
Fight.
Fight. He swung the mission control defense cannon around, aiming it confidently at the smirking face of William Kerr.
Hey, Mr. Kerr.
He summoned his most insolent demeanor.
Rolo sends his regards. Oh, Luca. Oh, you're fucked. Hey, that was uncalled for more than a little rude. And just plain unsanitary. Luca, I really did think we were good pals. What a shame that it's come to
Kerr
this.
turned his back on the two boys.
And
With a
this.
nonchalant wave of the hand, he made his exit.
What?
As the clipboards began to slowly advance on the treehouse, Luca looked to Iggy with resignation in his eyes.
Oops.
The end.
What?
That escalated quickly.
You can still run.
Maybe discretion was the better part of valor here.
Alright, okay, alright. The MCDC. Oh my god. Iggy's adorable. Wow, that's cute. Okay. Alright, fine, we run.
Luca drew himself up and decided to take the only option they had left. Flight. He squinted down the barrel of the mission control defense cannon, aiming it through an opening in the dense tree branches.
Yeah, we're gonna zip line, which is what I thought that originally was.
He looked up with surprise as it struck true and taut.
Wow, I can't believe that worked. Hey, Mr. Kerr. We'd love to hear your thoughts, but I'm afraid we have places to be. Come on, Iggy. See ya, jerks. Fine. We know where that leads them. This way. We'll take the tunnels. The tunnels?
Luca and Iggy winced as they sprinted through the thicket. The branches clawed at them, reluctant to give passage. After what felt like a marathon, Luca stopped in his tracks as they reached the clearing. What the? That was all he was able to say before Iggy slammed into his back. The boys tumbled down a steep decline and crashed with a wheezing thud on a surface as hard as ice. In fact, it was ice.
Oh no.
Chapter 5. Signs.
The movie?
They stood silently, catching their breath. The sky was like sapphire. With each breath, a plume of steam escaped from Luca's lungs. Let's keep moving. Luca pulled Iggy to his feet as they gazed across a snowy terrain.
So the deep freeze already happened. The big chill. That was actually pretty badass. I think we lost them. Are you up in the mountains? I don't think so. If anything, we went downhill. And what's up with the Winter Wonderland? All I know is there's no going back the way we came. See if we can get our bearings. Follow me. This is home, Luca. Luca, this is home.
Luca had almost forgotten the walkie-talkie he was carrying.
Is that it's that bozo Kerr. I hope nothing bad happens to you out in those
Luca looked at
woods.
Iggy with hesitation.
No need to be
With a
rude.
resigned sigh, Luca responded.
Seems like the only dangerous thing in the woods is you. He speaks, the young man of the hour. Now, how in tarnation did you end up with one of our radios? Just lucky, I guess. Boy, howdy, you Van Horns are full of surprises, aren't you? You knew my parents? Never had the honor of meeting your father, but your mom sure was a handful.
Shoving the walkie-talkie back into his pocket.
We gotta keep moving. Yeah, this is his dad's grave, so this is home, Luca. What was?
A disc of smooth metal was lightly covered in snow. Two faint seams were visible along the surface.
Manhole cover? If it is, I've never seen one like it. What's the readout? Seeing just above 258 Kelvin. That's down a bit from last time. Should we report this to Mr. Kerr? Meh, still within safe ranges. It may be spreading, but it's under control for now. Even a small nudge in the equilibrium can cause a cascade. Dude, relax. Just a few more sites to hit before we can punch out. Just get this over with. What's all this? Hard to say with all the snow. I think it's a town sign. I can almost make out the letters under there. What town could this be? It can't be another town this deep in Weepwood. Looking at evidence to the contrary. Figure out what we're dealing with here. Snow's gotta go. I'll see what I can do. Oh, they're gonna draw this out, aren't they? Situations such as these, kick. Find it best to chuck stuff first and ask questions second. Yeah, but like usually I had like a can or something. Oh, here we go. Huh. Good shot, Almond. Beacon Pines.
The boys stared in disbelief at the sign that now clearly read, "Welcome to Beacon Pines."
This doesn't make any sense. We're in Beacon Pines? How's that possible? We ran away from town. How did we get back here? I guess we got turned around. Where did all this snow come from? Well, it's been colder than normal lately. There's a pretty big difference between sweater weather and this Arctic hellscape. The puddle we fought at before, it was cold too. Maybe all this leads to one source. You think it's related? What the hell is going on? We're gonna get you some answers. Let's keep moving. So did time pass? It's all
Looking down
frozen.
the frozen stream, Luca could faintly see a school of minnows encased in the ice.
Whatever happened here, it happened fast. The fish didn't even have time to run. Or, you know, swim run.
The crunching of footsteps trailing Luca went hush. He looked back to see Iggy's face twisted with confusion.
Everyone's gone. What? There's nothing here but more snow. There must be an explanation for all this. We have to keep looking. You can look all you want. I quit. Iggy, we have to keep going. You don't get it, do you? This isn't one of your pathetic Hank Atomic stories. We aren't going to save the day. We aren't even going to save ourselves. My face is mangled, the town is destroyed, and everyone we've ever known is gone. We don't know that. You just can't quit. Do whatever you want. I'm done. Iggy, it's gonna be okay.
Luca peered upward at the darkening sky. He let out a long, foggy breath. Faintly, Iggy began to cry. Seeing Iggy in such a pathetic state gave Luca a sense of compassion and more than a little guilt.
It is getting pretty late, I think. I'm not a great idea to stumble around in the dark anyway.
Luca allowed himself to collapse next to Iggy.
Let's just rest for a
The
bit.
boys huddled together for warmth and comfort. If not for exhaustion, their minds would be racing, trying to make sense of the events of the day. As it was, all they had energy for was to sit in silence, numb.
The way the snow covered everything over. Kinda calming. Yeah. I haven't had time to say it, but thanks. Huh? For getting us away from those creeps. He sort of froze up back there. I should be the one apologizing. This all happened because I lost my temper. Ah, that's bull hockey. First of all, you didn't know what that gunk would do. You didn't, right? Of course not. And second, stop with this baloney. Baloney? Okay, baloney about losing your temper. Something spelled baloney. But I did lose my temper.
He motioned sarcastically to his half-deformed face.
Obviously. That's exactly what you should have done. Huh? I was being a horse's ass. You were supposed to be the horse's ass in response. That's how it works. Iggy, I'm having a hard time following. You wanted me to fight you? Of course. Geez, you goody-goody types take forever to understand this very basic point. Why'd you go around saying cool things trying to get into fights?
Shrugged.
It's something to do. You're an asshole because you're bored? Sometimes I just feel empty. You wouldn't understand. You and Rolo are always having a blast together, laughing and calling that dinky little treehouse mission control.
Iggy wept openly.
Perfect little Luca Van Horn, with his perfect little life. My life is not perfect. Everybody in town likes you. Not everybody. Hell, that new girl hasn't even unpacked yet, and even she already likes you. You have Tish.
He wiped his nose with a sleeve.
I love Tish. Tish is great. But she ain't exactly the world's greatest conversationalist, you know?
Luca gave a warm chuckle.
I get that impression.
Iggy cleared his throat as he wiped his eyes.
It must be raining out here. Definitely.
Iggy arched into a wide yawn.
We should probably try to get some sleep. Yeah. Let's lay low for now. Tomorrow, we'll get to the bottom of all this.
Luca's eyelids began to slowly drift shut.
You're not gonna wake up if you fall asleep out here. Luca? Yeah? I always did want to see the inside of your dinky little treehouse. What did you think? Not bad. I'll give you the full tour when we get back. You know what?
That's all Luca could whisper before succumbing to sleep. Iggy snuggled in some more.
When it comes to worst days in my entire life, this one wasn't half bad.
The house smelled of warm bread. Luca was playing with toy blocks on the living room rug. He looked up to see his parents on the couch. His mother held his father's head in her lap. She idly stroked his hair while humming a song. A voice behind Luca spoke. "This is how you remember them, huh?" Luca turned to see his own face, the doppelganger from his dreams, still clad in a yellow hazmat suit, still carrying a look of disdain behind empty eyes. Aww, look at this perfectly cozy scene. You know it wasn't really like this. The figure picked up a toy block and inspected it. It's amazing the facades that one can build given the right materials. Not that I blame us. These are a child's memories, all warm and fuzzy. You don't remember, do you? Luca snatched the block from the figure's yellow-gloved hand. Remember what? The doppelganger pointed to the couch. The last day we saw him alive. The day he chose to abandon us. Luca turned to look at his father, still lounging on the couch. That's not true. He didn't abandon us. The doppelganger waved his hand dismissively. Everything is true here. It's just a matter of what we choose to see. Well, let me show you. The world flickered and pulsed. Luca was sitting next to his bed, listening to his heartbeat with one of his dad's stethoscopes. The doppelganger limped into the room. No, we both know that's not how this went. He grabbed Luca's hand and guided the stethoscope to the floor. Luca heard muffled shouting, brought close by the stethoscope. It was his parents, fighting. Do you remember what we did next? Luca gave a slow nod and crept down the hall to peek through the banister. He could see the outline of his mother at the bottom of the stairs. Damn it, Walt. We can't afford to get involved in this. She was scared. His father stepped forward. What am I supposed to do? Just watch? There's a sickness in this town, and we both know who's behind it. I swore an oath to help people. I won't turn my back on them. Luca's mother grabbed Walt. She was crying, pleading, "I can't lose you." Walt calmly removed Eleanor's hand from his shoulder. "What's right is right, and what's wrong is wrong. I could never live with myself if I let Sharper get away with this." Eleanor raised her voice. "Spare me your bullshit platitudes. What about our son?" Luca flinched, dropping the stethoscope down the stairs. Walt turned with a panicked smile. "Luca, is that you, buddy?" With tears in his eyes, Luca descended the stairs. "Mom? Dad? What's going on?" Walt dropped to a knee to meet Luca eye to eye. "Nothing, buckaroo. Your mom and I just got a little overexcited is all." Luca placed the stethoscope against his father's chest. His heart was racing. "It sounded like you were going somewhere?" Walt gently removed the device from Luca's ears. "Listen to me, Luca. I have some business to take care of. I'll be back in time to tuck you in." Luca hugged his father tightly. "Promise?" Walt stood up and walked to the door. He glanced over his shoulder. "I promise." With a wink and a grin, he put on his hat and strode out into the evening sun. A figure
Woof.
approached soundlessly from the foggy snowfall. It stood above them, lingering in contemplation. Slowly raising one hand above Iggy, it snapped out 2 brisk raps on his head. From a deep slumber, Iggy sprang up defensively.
Get your hands off me.
Whether it was the calming presence or the recognition that he was not in danger, Iggy felt his clenched fists lower.
That's what you think you're
Luca
doing.
looked up, gradually remembering his whereabouts. The figure exhaled a cloud of warm vapor.
You certainly have caused a lot of commotion. What's that supposed to mean? Take it easy, Iggy. We were asleep minding our own business. You're the one running around knocking on people's heads. I'm sorry if I hurt you, Iggy. It didn't hurt nobody. Anybody. Huh? Oh, I see. You think you're better than me, you.
When it came to complete strangers, Iggy had trouble cobbling together an insult.
You big-hatted, scarfy-necked furball. Mm-hmm. Well, let's lower the temperature a bit here. Interesting choice of words. I mean, let's just all calm down. Who are you? A friend. An observer. A hitchhiker on the infinite expanse of possibility. What? Wait, how about a name? You must call me something. You can call me Nat.
Iggy huffed with gratification.
How about you make like a gnat and buzz off? Bizzing. Haha, got him, eggs. Very well.
Nat began to turn away indifferently.
Wait, do you live here? You might say that. Do you know where we are? You might also say that. Look, pal, we just want to find a safe way out of here. You gonna help us or not? Before knowing how to leave, one must know where they are. Alright, that does it. Look, I don't know about you, but I'm getting out of here one way or another.
Iggy turned sharply and began to stomp off.
Enough with the riddles. Iggy, wait up.
Realizing he'd worn their patience then, Nat relented.
Very well, I suppose this isn't the time for metaphors. I'll show you how to get back
Luca
home.
and Iggy turned around with hope in their eyes.
Come here.
Nat took a deep breath in.
Close your eyes.
Nat exhaled slowly, then snapped his fingers.
Okay, open
For
them.
a brief moment, Luca and Iggy let themselves believe that some great magic was about to unfold, until they opened their eyes and found themselves in the exact same place, cold and disheartened.
This is your home. This is Beacon Pines. Look, Nat, we don't know how we got here. Maybe we stumbled through some time travel gate in Weepwood? Or we teleported to some alternate universe? Or this is all just some cruel experiment by Kerr and his goons. But this is not our home. You're inching closer to the truth. Alas, this reality is much less fanciful. Just give it to us straight. So be it. As I said, this is Beacon Pines. The original, true Beacon Pines. What do you mean? What do you mean? We both grew up here. But the town you've called your home for the past several years is a replica. A remarkable achievement of engineering, to be fair. But a replica nonetheless. That's impossible. It's too much work. You'd need a whole town to replicate a whole town. Indeed, to pull off such a feat would require immense labor power. That which can be moved would be moved. That which could not would require a precise duplicate. We would have noticed. Someone would have noticed. You'd think so, unless the auditing was impeccable. A mind-numbing attention to detail, as fully innumerable trivialities with complete the tapestry. Well, you can leave that as a miraculous thing we call a brain. As a real aversion to discontinuity, a revulsion even. The brain has a wonderful way of smoothing out the rough edges, keeping us sane. Why is this not lined? Luca and Iggy looked around uncomfortably. So you're saying that someone made an entire new town and moved us all and no one noticed? Precisely. But why? Why is the one question that can never be answered with certainty. The best one can do is to uncover.
Matt narrowed his eyes, furrowed his brow, and uttered,
The source. Why'd you say the source like that? Why indeed?
Luca began to laugh uncomfortably.
It's so ridiculous. There's no way they could.
Down at his feet. His eyes darted back and forth in contemplation. With a sudden pain, a thought struck him.
If this really is home.
He sprinted off into the pale distance. As Iggy turned to follow, Nat called out.
Iggy, it's not too late to turn back. Simply head west through the Weepwood.
Chapter 6.
Yeah? Okay.
The source.
Alright, the source,
Matt
huh?
expressed his sympathy with a shrug and sauntered off as unassumingly as he'd arrived. He'd given Luca and Iggy what they needed, and nothing more. As Luca sprinted across the snow, the events of the past few days became clearer, pieces to a larger puzzle. Rollo said he was underground somewhere, captured. Mr. Kerr tried to cover it up with lies. The clipboards were hell-bent on capturing Iggy. It all seemed to point to perennial harvest. But right now, there was one thing that Luca needed to know. Luca stopped dead in his tracks. The tree was gone, uprooted and moved, leaving a raw gash in the earth. He dropped to his knees and dug wildly at the cold snow. His numb hands hit something hard. A headstone. A dry whisper escaped Luca's lips.
You're here. All this time I thought I was visiting you. But you've been here. Alone. In the snow. Dad, I'm so sorry. They ruined your favorite spot in the world. Our favorite spot in the world. Dad, what do I do?
There was no reply. Just snow-covered silence.
Why'd you give me the slip like that? What if I couldn't find you, you jerk?
Iggy finally noticed the tears welling in Luca's eyes and the snow-covered grave.
Oh. Iggy, they stole his tree, Iggy. Yikes.
Suddenly, they heard the crunch of approaching footsteps in the snow.
Gotta hide. 259K. Fall off distance still good. Dude, did you hear me? I said 259. Sorry. You ever think about what we did here? We saved a whole town of people. Doesn't feel like it sometimes. What about everything we left behind? That's the grave of someone with a family. The people who love them will never know the truth. The truth is
He
overrated.
bent down to scoop up a snowball and lobbed it playfully.
Fucking gotcha, bro. I love you, man. Don't be such a downer, dude. We took this job to change the world. Yeah. Come on. Almost lunchtime. He just fucking jives off. Come on. Alright, cut the tension. I get it. Here I thought I was a jerk. These dinguses were out here literally dancing
Luca
on graves.
stuttered through heaving sobs.
I thought I was visiting him, but he was with me. Not gonna lie, that's a bad break. Here's some
Iggy
advice.
gave Luca a solid smack on the back of his head.
Hey! Use any of this helping. What? Sitting here in the snow, crying like some pushover. Who you helping? Iggy, look what they did! They lied to everyone! Blah, blah, blah. Luca Van Horn, you're a lot of things, but you ain't no pushover. What did I tell you before? When some jerk comes at you, acting like a horse's ass, I should stand up for myself. Hell yeah. Kerr and his merry little band of clipboards pulled all off of the Citra roof for a reason, right? That mentions something about a source.
Luca wiped his eyes with a sleeve.
Whatever's at the source must be awfully valuable at perennial harvest. Sure would be a shame if something unfortunate were to happen to their precious source, wouldn't it? What do you have in mind? If it's small enough to steal, we snatch it. If it's too big to snatch, we smash it. And what if it's too big to smash?
Iggy flashed a mischievous smile and cracked his knuckles.
Nothing's too big to smash. I'm always up for a challenge. Gonna make this right, Dad. I promise. Let's do this. Okay, we're pretty far in this line. It can get awfully cold out there in those woods, Luca. Probably best you two stay put to conserve energy. Help's in the way. Where's Lolo? Where's my mom? Did you kill her? Oh, heavens no. Do I seem like a killer to
Iggy
you?
and Luca shared a skeptical look.
Well, do I? Oh, shucks. Now that hurts my feelings. Ah, screw that guy. We are like... Oh, that... Okay, yeah, right. I wonder if Tickle... I guess, does Tickle lead to it? There's no way Tickle leads to a bad end. But then again, it seems like the whole choices matter thing is kind of... not really apparent because, like, it seems every wrong choice you make just leads to a bad end. So if I come back here and Tickle, that must lead to a bad end, right? Oh, Luca probably falls into the sludge. Oh, that's rough. Okay, we'll go back once we get another split. It's so bizarre. That's so bizarre, though. So hard must be for that one. Does this game have two endings? How is this? Okay, okay. Just play the game, Almond. Just play the game. Wait a minute. If this is the original town, then that means...
Iggy darted behind a large pine and began digging furiously. He emerged holding a shoebox with a crude skull painted on its lid.
What's that? Long story. So a few years back, I came into possession of some premium grade fireworks. Not the wimpy firecracker stuff they give kids. The good stuff. Why did you bury it under a tree? That's the long part of the story. You and Rolo were doing chores at Lulu's chicken coop. You guys pissed me off for some reason or another.
Luca rolled his eyes with
The
realization.
chicken coop! You burned the chicken coop, Iggy! What? No! Iggy! Why? No, you didn't.
Iggy stifled a chuckle.
Yep, I just wanted to give you guys a little scare. But like I said, these were some primo fireworks. I might have underestimated the things. You blew up the chicken coop? I prefer to think of it as an incendiary redecoration. Sorry, but you should have seen the looks on your faces. Rolo got grounded for months, which is why I needed to stash the evidence and lay low. So I buried him under that tree. When I came back for him later, they were gone. Figured some grown-up found him and tossed him.
Iggy triumphantly raised the shoebox.
Turns out, it wasn't the fireworks that got moved, it was us. Unbelievable. Do you think this is a game? Newsflash, boyo, you're not a hero. You're a little brat who isn't way over his head. A hero is just someone who refuses to give up. Comics these days are rotting children's brains, and everyone thinks they're a spaceman superhero. I'm always partial to Hank Atomic myself. Is that so? Do you really think you have a chance against us? You have no idea how powerful we are. Prepare for blast-off, loser. Okay, the hole then.
Luca and Iggy inched up to the edge of the hole with bewilderment in their eyes. Arctic air breathed out of the cavern in heaving gusts.
Echo, 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 echo. Whoa. I can see why they wanted to move us all out of town now. But why did they dig a giant hole? I think this is it. This is the source? The dang hole. How do we smash a hole? Oh, it's much more than that, my annoying little friend. Kerr. Where's Rolo? I wasn't lying before. He's safe. Well, safer than you two at least. Drats, it's cold. You just had to drag me all the way out here, didn't you?
Mr. Kerr gazed down the abyss in contemplation.
This really is something, isn't it? What did you do to our town? What is all of this? Well, that's a doozy of a question. This is the source, where they collect the unrefined,
Kerr scratched the back of his head.
Honestly, boys, I don't understand any of this well enough to explain it. Fact of the matter is, I'm not paid to know. What do you mean you don't know? You ain't you in charge? Oh, heavens no. My role is merely to flash a winning smile and manage various, complications. Complications like us? You are a smart boy.
His face contorted into a saccharine grin.
It really is nothing personal. Some people are destined to strive for greatness, and others are simply obstacles along the way. Seems like you were destined to be a creepy lackey. The point is that we all play our part in our life. Mine just happened to be a little, oh my god. Mine just happened to be a lead in the role of a lifetime. And you happen to be extras, ready for your curtain call. We aren't giving up without a fight. Your smile's not gonna be winning. Your smile's not gonna be so winning after we're done with you. Now, boys, there's no need for melodrama. It makes even a professional such as myself embarrassed for you. Let's change the mood a bit.
Snapped his fingers.
Scene change. There, that's better. Deal with them.
Iggy turned to Luca with a sly glance.
Why are you smirking? Because I have a box full of fireworks and you don't.
Iggy waved the box into the air, threatening to drop it down the hole.
Stop. Let's not do something regrettable. Joke's on you. Regret is one of my specialties. Out of curiosity, what would happen if I threw these in your precious hole? Phrasing. Nothing. Nothing at all. You're a terrible liar. I'll have you know, I'm an exceptional liar. That's far enough.
Iggy plucked a single bottle rocket from the box and held it up with reverence.
Stop, you fool. Call off your goons.
After a long pause, Mr. Kerr flung up his hand with frustration.
Very well. You all can head back for the night. It's been a long day. I'll handle these two from here.
Mr. Kerr sighed into the frigid air.
It's just us now, Iggy. You can put that down. What, like
With
this?
a nonchalant flick, Iggy tossed the firework into the hole.
That's my boy. Ooh. Whoa.
With a growl, Kerr leapt at Iggy, crashing through Luca. Iggy tried to twist away, but in the struggle they both tumbled over the side. Luca dove forward, bracing Iggy's hand just before it slipped. His grip was made precarious by the cold, wet snow. He could see Kerr further down, clinging to Iggy's coat.
You reckless child, what have you done? Luca, listen to me. Hold on tight and use the walkie-talkie to call them back. What channel do I use? It doesn't make a damn difference, they're always listening. If you do that, the Clippers will just haul us up and snag us both. The only way you get out of this is if Kerr's out of the picture. Just let go and save yourself. If he lets go, we both die. I don't want to die, but seeing the look on your face almost makes it worth it. Mr. Kerr, you've had a long life. Why don't you actually do something selfless and just let go?
Mr. Kerr gasped with insult.
Long life? I have let you know I can still play 25. You should have heard me sing the part of Phineas Young.
With a wild look in his eye, Mr. Kerr began to
Mr.
hum
Kerr,
a
of
proud
course,
melody.
is a fucking theater kid. That's it, yeah. Hum tum tum, Humpty Dum Dum. Wow, can you believe this guy? Weird place to get a charm, but okay.
His hand began to cramp. His voice began to crack.
Kurt, just let go. No, can't do. If you want to save your friend, you'll have to save me too. Luca, look at me. It's
Luca felt
okay.
loose in his grasp.
You're going to kill your friend like that, are you?
Every muscle in Luca's body burned.
I'm not his friend. Yes, you are. Nah, I'm just a no-good boy. Like you, Kerr. Iggy, no.
Luca felt his hand slipping.
I told you what you need to do with bullies. I can't. It's your only way out of this mess. 2 birds, 1 stone. It makes sense for us to fall together. Wackadoos travel in
Calm
packs.
settled over Iggy's face.
Luca, let me do this.
Iggy's voice was colder than the bitter air billowing from the chasm.
Let me do the right thing for once.
Luca had no choice but to accept Iggy's request. With a quiet blink, Luca watched a teardrop sail down into the howling void. As his fingers slowly gave up, he met eyes with Iggy.
Good.
The 2 silhouettes were swallowed by darkness.
Love a goodbye, Iggy. Luca, you should really step back. What? Quickly. Curious. Ah, but of course. Those fireworks of Iggy's must have been just the right amount of energy. We should get out of here before perennial harvest arrives. Not until you tell me what just happened. Your friend's sacrifice to save this town. For a little while, anyway. How? Temperance? Oh my god, give me a second. Tempest liquamine is a peculiar substance. It can change a relationship between matter and time itself, but doing so requires unfathomable energy. In a closed system, that energy can only come from its surroundings. Useful side product of this property being, by adding precisely the correct amount of energy to it, one can create a cryogenic cascade. So the gunk makes things cold and the fireworks made the whole freeze over? That's one way of putting it, yes. As dumb luck would have it, the fireworks weren't strong enough to generate a one-way reaction. I shudder to think what would have happened if in that case.
We have some idea what that would look like.
Is that a callback to the other timeline? It will take them a good while to safely break through and access the source again. You know all this stuff. Why haven't you been helping? I have been, in my way. Each one of us has our role to play. Iggy's role, it turns out, was to buy us precious time. Mine has been to observe and wait. Wait for what? You? Me? Why? What's my
A
role?
fierce twinkle flashed in Nat's eyes.
Luca Van Horn, you are going to save the world. A bit dramatic.
With a chuckle, Nat turned and walked west. Dumbfounded, Luca followed behind him, trudging through the snow. Every step taking him further away from everyone and everything he knew, and closer to destiny. To be continued in
What?
Beacon Pines, Pines Harder.
Fuck off!
Revenge served cold.
Fuck off!
Second time's a charm?
Okay, hold on. This is a riddle. So.
Wait, that's it? This ends with a crummy cliffhanger just when it was getting good? I was even starting to like Iggy.
Yeah, me too. Me too, actually.
No way. I refuse to be associated with some never-ending parade of sequels.
Okay, game, we get it. You're self-aware.
Let's go back and find
It's
something more
charming.
definitive.
Okay. Thank God Iggy's not canonly dead. Oh my God. Maybe he is. I don't. Do we branch again? I mean, if we branch, I mean, we're gonna do both timelines anyway, right? This is like the finale anyway. Oh, that's cute art. That's really good art. Wow. Wait, this has 3 branches. This has 3. This also has, looks like has another branch. Oh wait, yeah, let's do Tickle here. Let's see this ending.
Well, time to bust out the tickles.
Something tells me Beck or Luca's getting tossed in that fluid. Hey Tish, wanted to see something cool? Yup. Check it.
Beck lunged forward and began to tickle under Tish's arms.
Get it, Beck. What the? Tish, is she tickling you? Yep. Yep. Yep.
Tears began to form in Tish's eyes as she gasped for breath between gales of laughter. Beck redoubled her efforts until Tish finally had enough.
What just happened? She seems nice. Sorry for the interruption. I think you were just threatening us?
Iggy's eyes darted around, a realization dawning on his face that he was now outnumbered.
I just remembered I have somewhere to be. See you around, new kid.
Iggy kicked at the puddle before making his escape.
No. No. Beck, no. Okay, if it's just your hair, that's fine. We can cut it. It'll be good. What a little creep. Beck, I think you got a little ooze in your
Beck
hair.
shook the ooze out of her hair as best as she could.
That's okay. It's okay. It can be cool. It can be. You can pull it off. Is it bad? Depends. What are your feelings about having a more mature, refined look? Oh God.
Chapter 4. The best policy.
Oh, this is going. Oh, I thought this would just be a bad end.
Luca
Okay.
paused for a moment, catching
Oh.
his breath.
Oh, whoops. Sorry, I wanted to continue the other line.
He'd only just met Beck, and somehow he already managed to drag her into this mess.
Yeah.
Hopefully he could make it up to her. But finding Rollo was his primary concern.
Oh. Luca, what the hell are you doing out here? And why did a kid with gray hair just run past us in a panic?
Roxy and Fitz looked drained. It was clear they'd spent all day searching.
That's Beck. I don't care who she is. What happened? We were just helping look for Rollo. Luca, and you just start telling me the
Roxy's
truth.
temper could often be dismissed as the impatience of an older sibling. But this was the most intense Luca had ever seen her. Her eyes were wild and unfocused, looking straight through Luca.
We're running out of time.
In a torrent of rambled words and tears, Luca broke down.
Rollo and I were just playing in Weepwood yesterday. We were out investigating lights at the old Valentine warehouse, but someone was there in a strange suit. And we hid in the dumpster, and we had a heavy bag dropped on us. And I think it was a body. And so we ran, but we got split up. And I ran home. And that's all my fault. And now my best friend may never come back. Wow. Just wow.
Roxy, still exhausted and angry, softened briefly as her eyes hunted the ground in thought. With a determined sigh, she looked up at Luca.
It's not your fault, Luca. Rollo's gonna be okay, I promise.
Roxy drew herself up.
I'm gonna fix this. Luca, go home. But I wanna help. This is too dangerous for a kid. I can't just sit around. I have to do something.
Roxy tried to think of the safest place to send Luca.
You go back to that little treehouse you two like to play in. Wait there in case Rollo shows up. Sound like a
Luca
plan?
wiped his cheeks and gave a quick nod.
You did the right thing telling me the truth. Now scoot. You really believe his story? What other option do we have? Things have been strange around here, leading up to the festival. My dad has been acting weird lately. Well, weirder than normal.
Looking into the puddle, Roxy rubbed her arms to warm up.
Roxy? Roxy? Why is it so cold here? This place gives me the willies. Oh no. Okay. Hello, Lucky Can. You're coming with me. Hey, buddy. How's your, bug thing going? Joey, have you seen Rollo around? No, sorry, Luca. I've had my eyes on the dirt looking for beetles. I can't seem to find any. Never came home last night. You think it's because it's been colder than normal? I don't see why that would have anything to do with Rollo. No, the beetles! You think the temperature confusion? They're circadian rhythm or something. Who's to say? I'm no beetleologist. Just keep eye out for him, would you? Of course.
Mr. Nuncreed jumped with a start.
Whoa, don't sneak up on an old fellow like that. Sorry. Who are you talking to? What?
Luca motioned to the phone booth.
Oh, no. I was just checking because I thought I heard it ring. But the dang thing never does, of course. Yeah, I've never seen anyone use it, really. The whole thing's a waste of money, if you ask me. Any word from Rollo yet? Not yet. A long time for a boy to lose his way. Rollo knows those words too well to get lost. I suppose you're right. Silly boy's antics have this whole town worried sick. Antics? We all know Rollo likes to play his little pranks. You think this is a prank? What other possible explanation could there be? He's not playing a prank and he didn't get lost. Someone took him, I know it. How would you know that? Unless... Luca, is there something else that you know?
Mr. Nuncreed gently placed one of his substantial hands on Luca's shoulder.
Luca, you said too much. Dang it, boy, if there's something you know, something that could help your friend, you need to tell folks.
Luca peered up at Mr. Nuncreed. Kind eyes warmed a certain face. There was a deeper deeper emotion hiding beneath it all. It was subtle, but Luca could sense something eating away at him.
Yeah? Oh, I only have one choice. Oh,
There was
okay.
a shame lurking behind those eyes.
Uh-oh.
A deep sadness. If Mr. Nuncreed was that worried about Rollo, maybe he could help.
Yesterday, Rollo and I were messing around at a Valentine warehouse.
Mr. Nuncreed raised an eyebrow.
Both of you? You were with Rollo when he went missing? Not exactly. I was hiding in the dumpster. The dumpster? What were you doing in there? At first, we were just looking around. Then someone in the strange yellow suit came and dumped something on us. We both got scared and ran. That was the last I saw him. You got scared by some garbage? Well, that's why you don't go skulking in someone's dumpster. Hold on, I realize I'm kind of... Hold on. I like this game of goddamn fucking mixing, please. But it wasn't garbage. I think it was a body. I'm sure it was just some trash. No, there was a name tag. It said Deep Engineering.
Mr. Nuncreed's shoulders slumped.
I wish you wouldn't have said that.
A deep sigh bellowed from his chest.
Why did you have to? I tried, Luca. God knows I tried to keep you safe.
Luca attempted to take a step back, but Nuncreed's hand clamped down on his shoulder.
But you Van Horns just can't help yourself, can you? We were all so close to being done with this.
With a firm shove, Nuncreed manhandled Luca into the phone booth.
What are you doing? It's all in my hands now.
The door latched shut with a mechanical hiss.
Shit.
As Luca pounded the glass, the floor dropped from under his feet. The inside of the phone booth was now a loose capsule plummeting at gravity's whim. Luca winced and pressed his hands to the walls. As he braced for impact, the capsule hurried to a surprisingly smooth stop. He felt a cold rush of air and opened his eyes with hesitance. Two large figures in hazmat suits occluded his view. Luca heard the deep, resigned voice of Mr. Nuncreed over an intercom. He knows too much. The end. Wait. No. This isn't the end. I know there's still much more. Somehow this went wrong. Okay.
Oh, he's
let's
done.
try something else.
Windows to the soul. Right, so we have 3 branching paths. Okay. I kind of go back to Mr. Tolliver. Because I feel like we're learning a lot in this timeline, and god damn it. People are going to be so angry, I know, but we're going back to this one.
They'd run the classic good cop, hard cop interrogation.
Yeah, hard cop time. Yeah.
Rollo brandished a steely gaze. I've got this. Read about it 100 times.
Get it, Rollo. I need some of my boy. Come on. Let me have some of my
Rollo
boy.
swaggered past the chair which propped up the slumping Hiram Tolliver. Without even looking at his captive, he began with a long, blustery drawl.
Well, Mr. Tolliver.
Mr. Tolliver remained
Oliver.
motionless. Rollo spun around to face him. He'd clearly expected to rouse Mr. Tolliver with his booming voice.
Mr. Tolliver?
Beck and Luca gave each other an unsure glance.
Mr. Tolliver? Yeah. You awake, buddy? I don't think he's awake. Pretty sure he's not awake now.
Rollo slammed his fist on the table.
I said, Mr.
He
Tolliver!
grabbed the table lamp and beamed it onto the unconscious face. Mr. Tolliver groaned
Oliver.
and slowly
Why can I not
lifted
get this
his
name?
head.
Tolliver. Okay.
He recoiled with a muddled, weary squint.
What in the
The
world?
chair wobbled as he attempted to straighten up.
Who's there?
Mr. Tolliver could only make out rough shapes through the glaring light. With a gruff tone, Rollo hoped to both conceal his voice and intimidate.
I'll be asking the questions here, punk. Hold on, let's just calm down. Oh, I am calm. Calm as a carrot in dirt. As for you, looks like you're
The
sweating.
doubtful expression on Beck and Luca's faces transformed into awe.
This is my favorite timeline. This is my favorite one. I mean, maybe it's because we get the whole gang together. We could do it my way, or let's just say, I've never needed another way.
Rollo, hitting his stride, was
What a
now
good
channeling
line.
every detective trope his memory could recall. He slammed the table again.
No dance! Now dance! No dance, yes. What? I don't even...
Mr. Tolliver's voice
Look,
became
AI,
desperate.
like AI scripting and stuff like this, it's not perfect, okay? You gotta give me a break. It's still developing technology. Fuck off. Come on, please. Look at me. Look at me. Come on, I'm trying my best. Anyway, Mr. Tolliver's... Oh, wait.
He was nearly in
I don't need
tears.
to say that. You've tied me down. How on earth could I dance? Dance with your mouth, punk. Spill the beans, dude. That's beans. What are you doing poking around? Well, what are you doing poking around this house? I'm here to help Juniper, to make sure everything's ready. Oh, so you're in cahoots with Gran? Gran?
Mr. Tolliver was in a daze, now more confused than ever.
Gonna help her blow up the festival, eh? Blow up the festival? Good
He shook
lord.
his head, feeling more and more dizzy.
No, you got it all wrong. Where is she now? She's heading to the source. Source? What's the source? It's
His
where
voice faded to a whisper.
the town began. Where it all began. What is Operation Spark
With
Plug?
that, Mr. Tolliver passed out cold.
Okay, so I think I understand what happened in
Rollo
the
swung around
deep
with
freeze
a
timeline.
Repentant
Hold on,
grimace.
let me give you like a little visual aid. When Rollo and Luca were in the treehouse, you know, where we started, and there was a big freeze. Okay, so they went and they threw in these barrels of whatever into the source, you know, is over here, and there was enough energy to blow up the entire world and put in an entire deep freeze. Lovely. Okay, you gotta give him for creativity. Damn, Rollo. I think you're a little too hard on him. What did he say about the source? Where the town began? We need more information. Yeah, but we better not push Mr. Tolliver any further. Is there anyone else who might know more? Well, what about the History Museum? It just got set up? Yeah, it just got set up for the festival. Nah, that tent was put up by the Valentines. Everything they do is just a bunch of fluff to glorify themselves. It's true, we watched it. Is there anything more reliable? A library. If there's any information about this source thing, Kato can help us find it. Let's go. Let's go get some answers. What's up, dude? Hey, Jace. Oh, hey, Luca. Have you seen this new issue of Hank Atomic? Not yet. It's awesome. It's a flashback. No spoilers. We get to see how mild-mannered Henry Adams becomes Hank Atomic, man of space justice. Jace? No spoilers. Oh, sorry. My point is, you're gonna love it. Alright, Jace. Catch you later. Roger that, Space Cadet. Hey, Kato. This is a dang nice library. Thanks. We work hard on it. Aren't you a little long? Aren't you a little young to be a librarian? Oh, Kato hung out here so much, eventually gave him a set of keys. I just keep an eye on the place for Miss Novak sometimes. They got you working for free? It's quiet and I get access to all the books I can read. What more could a person want? Yeah, fair enough. What can I do for you all? Well, we need a favor. I already told you and Rollo. I can't put you any higher in the wait list for the next Hank Atomic. And if you're here with more candy, I'll have you know, I can't be bought. Call it a personal code of conscience. Actually, we're looking to do some research. Now you're speaking my language. What are you looking for? That's the thing. We sort of don't know. What do you get on the library in this town? Well, God. What do you got on the history of the town? There's a country record archives. Sorry, that's a country or county? What's in those? Births, deaths, newspaper clippings, stuff like that. Pretty boring read. But they do go all the way back to when the town was founded. Great, we'll start there. Chapter 6?
Chapter 8.
Chapter 8?
6 feet under, 3 towns over.
Good name.
The kids spent the rest
Good
of the
name.
afternoon combing through dusty piles of old county records,
Ooh.
desperately searching for anything that could help them make sense of Mr. Tolliver's cryptic utterance.
Okay, yeah.
Luca tried to shake the thought of Gran's basement, but his focus wavered. Explosives, messages hidden in jam, dossiers on various town figures, and a corkboard threaded with photos. Gran was the only family he had left.
Yeah.
He still couldn't bring himself to believe the worst.
Something tells me Mom fell in the source.
But the old map with the symbol of explosives in town square made that difficult. As the sun began to set, the kids were no closer to the truth.
See, that's not a map of town. That's not the map of this Beacon Pines' town square. Sorry. Yeah. Yeah. If I have to read any more records, my eyeballs are gonna pop. We have to keep digging. If I dig another word, I'm gonna end up in one of those asinine death records. Luke Carter lived a full and wonderful life, till he read so much boring crud that his brain oozed out of his
Rollo
ears.
shut his book with an assertive nod.
If you've got a better idea, spit it out. Sound like my sister. Keep pushing your luck, pal, and it won't be boring county records that'll kill you. I'll put you in the obituaries myself.
Rollo muttered under his breath.
Your county record. Really? That's the best you've got? When I'm done with you, you'll be the footnote in history. Just like
Slammed her finger down on the open page before glancing down to read.
J. Hartford here. I'd love to see you try. Hey. We're all a little tired here. Let's just take a minute
Something
and...
tickled the back of Luca's mind.
Wait, what was that name back? In the obit? J. Hartford. From the Brookville Tribune 8 years ago. That can't be right. What is it? J. Hartford. It's my grand's name, Juniper Hartford. Maybe there are 2 J. Hartfords? Miss Hartford is survived by her young daughter, E. Hartford. My mom's name is Eleanor. Okay, this is getting creepy. Her grand is 6 feet under, 3 towns over. Then who am I living with?
The question hung in the air.
Alright, gang, I gotta close up for the night.
Beck rubbed her eyes.
How late is it? Almost 10. Oh crap, Pa's gonna kill me. I gotta go. And my parents will be worried sick. Okay, let's meet up as early as we can at the festival tomorrow. What are we gonna do with this unconscious man in your basement? I'll think of something. Yeah, we'll think of
Luca's
something,
heart
alright.
was pounding as
Gran's
he
gonna walk
approached the
down there and be
house.
like, well, Mr. Tolliver. Imagine meeting you here. Just gonna close this up, just lock this tight. Yeah, just gonna be me and you. All alone. And these jams. Gonna force feed you this jam, old man. You like this jam? Okay. Alright.
If he was lucky, Gran, or whoever it was, hadn't gotten
Yeah,
back yet.
okay.
And of course, there was Mr. Tolliver tied up and unconscious in the basement.
Nah, I bet he's under it.
Dealing with him would be the first order of business. Luca shook out his arms to calm his nerves before entering.
That's a horror stinger right there.
He held perfectly still.
Grandma, jump scare!
Tempering his breath and to listen closely. She was asleep. His only hope was that she hadn't found Mr. Tolliver before dozing off.
Well, she had her fun, I bet. Force feeding that man jam. I'll show you a jam, you old bitch. You old hussy. Oh, he's gone. Oh no.
Mr. Tolliver was nowhere to be seen.
Maybe he woke up, escaped from his bindings, and left without a
Or
trace.
maybe Gran knew everything.
What do I do?
Luca's hungry stomach groaned. Not realizing it, he'd gone the entire day without eating.
Okay, I can figure this out. Just need a little brain food.
Luca rushed over to
Not
the
the
pile of jam
jam.
jars
You don't know where those jams have been, Luca.
Into his mouth.
I'm afraid your jam delivery will be
He flicked
delayed.
the lid to read the label.
Mr. Nuncreed. Okay, now I can think. So if Gran knows we tied up Mr. Tolliver, I'm screwed. If she doesn't know, then I need to play it cool. I guess the only option is to go to bed and act as if nothing is wrong. Gran will think Mr. Tolliver finished what he was sent to do and left when he was done. Wasn't there like notes in the jams? Maybe we should shut the door? Okay, never mind. We'll just leave that open. Oh god, this is still... Oh god. I'm so sorry, Grandma. The electric... Oh, shit. Okay, stick to the plan. Go to bed and play it cool.
As Luca climbed the final stair, the emotion of the day dragged heavily on him. With each consecutive step, his legs weakened. His stride began to falter. He tried to grab for the railing to steady himself. Something was wrong.
Yeah, no shit. Come on, legs. Just a few more steps.
Luca groaned and tried to move.
What's in those preserves?
His limbs might as well have been bolted to the ground. Through numb lips, he mumbled just before falling asleep.
The Germa did it. I knew it. Sweet boy. What did you get yourself into? Love you, Grandma. Rest now and let me handle everything. Grandma, you're gonna end the world. We can figure this out together with my timeline powers. Chapter 9. Oh, fuck.
A speech to end all speeches.
Oh, God. Curse speech.
Luca awoke to find himself face down in bed. He moaned into his pillow.
Me?
Why had Gran drug him? Or rather, why was she trying to drug Mr. Nuncreed?
I don't think... No, Nuncreed
Shaking
sold
the
it, though.
questions from his woozy head, Luca snapped back to the matter at hand.
There's some strange LSD you put in that jam. The festival! Oh, no! The festival! I'm gonna be late. It's gonna let me in eventually. Luke is just banging his head against the door. I assume there's gonna be like an epilogue or so. One of the near the end of the one of the timelines is gonna let me in there. The festival, Beacon Pines. Where have you been? Gran put something in the jam. Yeah, we know. Secret messages for secret conspirators. Not that one. The one intended for Mr. Nuncreed. Put me to sleep. Whoa. Sly devil. Sly. Ooh. Yes. Like Cooper? One day. I think she's trying to remove him from the equation. He might be in danger. Have you found anything? We looked around but haven't seen anything odd. Your Gran is nowhere to be found. But Mr. Nuncreed is just loafing around waiting for the speech. What speech? Mayor Gus just got up to the podium. Everyone is gathering at the stage. Yeah, let's get moving.
Augustus Valentine.
Yeah, hold that thought.
nervously wiped his brow.
Yeah, hold that thought. Oh, you can use Sly there. Probably another bad end, but... See, I thought Sly may have worked in this one. I mean, Sly's surely gonna head off to the right and obviously be a dead end, but we'll see it anyway. We'll take a look at it. Maybe get a charm out of it. Augustus Valentine nervously wiped his brow. Is this thing... hello, Beacon Pines. I'm Augustus Valentine, your mayor, and, I suppose you already know that. Oh yeah, before we get started, I just wanted to take a moment to recognize someone who couldn't be here today. This town won't be here as it is today without my father, Sharper Valentine. So I thought we could begin with a round of applause befitting such a great man. Oh, no! Even that's more than the old codger deserved.
Gus cleared his throat and awkwardly loosened his tie.
Right, where was I?
William Kerr bounded on the stage with the energy of a preacher at a big tent revival.
Oh, good. Gus Valentine, everyone.
He gave Gus a hearty slap on the back and motioned him off the stage.
Yeah, get the fuck off my stage, you old bastard. Let's hear it for our mayor. Yes. I will kill him first. What a great turnout. Oh, heck, I don't prepare anything. But I suppose I could say a few words. Would be ashamed to waste such a beautiful podium.
Mr. Kerr pulled a thick stack of note cards out from his vest.
Ugh. Oh, the music. These are the things we celebrate at Perennial Harvest. For us, these are the pillars of the bridge to a better tomorrow. But I think it's time to add a new pillar. Change. Change is a powerful thing. It's inexorable, unavoidable, and undeniable. And I am dadgum thankful for it. Change is the reason we're all together today. It's hard for me to believe that it was only 4 years ago when fate brought me here. A simple business trip which brought me to a small town which would change my life forever.
Mr. Kerr took a moment to survey the crowd.
I killed you in a different timeline. And I want you to know that. You know what?
He wiped away a single tear.
From the second I set foot in Beacon Pines, something about this place has held me captive. Please, for the love of God, kill me. You see, change represents opportunity. It represents potential. It was change that helped me recognize the potential of this place. To see that the people of this town, despite suffering great loss, still held on to the things that made them special.
He thumped the podium to emphasize each word.
Community, conviction, commitment, change.
Mr. Kerr nodded confidently, biting his lip. The crowd was silent, in rapt attention.
Fate made a perfect match that day. Nothing is more important to you all than community. And Perennial Harvest is a community first
Mr.
and
Kerr
foremost.
methodically made eye contact with each section of the crowd.
The only way you made it through the final harvest was an unshakable conviction. A conviction that a better tomorrow was just over the horizon. Perennial Harvest was founded on the conviction that we are that horizon. This festival is a symbol of our commitment to each other.
His voice began to build to a crescendo.
I can't do that. We now walk hand in hand into a future we all shape together. And that is what change is all about. Grabbing the future by the scruff of the neck and making things happen. Change is a choice. I am tickled pink that we will be able to make that we will all be making that choice together. How great is that? Just imagine what we can accomplish. What was that?
The crowd began to look around nervously.
Here comes the big freeze. Don't worry, a little thunder isn't gonna ruin this day. Everyone remain
Mr. Kerr
calm.
quickly flicked through his note cards.
Where was I? Through all my travels, I have learned one true thing. One always reaps what they sow. We have all planted a lot of good in this town. And so, it is with a happy heart that I
He
proclaim,
raised his hands up to the heavens.
our harvest awaits. Dead.
At that moment, a merciless wall of impossibly cold air ripped through the crowd, instantly freezing everyone and everything it touched. For a man like William Kerr, this was a fitting way for things to end. On a stage, with an entire town frozen in rapt detention for the rest of time. The end. There's that ice again! Whenever I think we're getting close, it comes along and ruins everything. Maybe we should just quit?
Oh,
Maybe
we already
should
did
just
that.
close the book, walk away, and never think of me again.
No, this is the finale, lady. We
No,
we gotta end this game.
I don't mean that.
Yeah.
We got a little closer this time. We just need to try again. Please.
Is it all gonna end in deep freeze? Oh, wait. Sly is the correct choice. Oh, okay. All right. Well, let's hop timelines. Luke had no choice but to refuse Iggy's request. You ain't dying on me, you son of a bitch.
To refuse Iggy's request.
You deformed
He tightened his
motherfucker.
grip
You're living.
and
You're my
reached
best
for the
friend now.
walkie-talkie in his pocket. A wild delight crept onto Mr. Kerr's face. That's a good lad. Now, radio for help. Iggy begged Luca with his eyes one last time, but Luca pressed the button and called out.
Nah, man. I'm not letting you die.
We need help. Mr. Kerr is in danger. It wasn't long before they were once again surrounded by clipboards. Mr. Kerr sighed with relieved frustration. There you are. You really are a worthless lot, aren't you? Mirror, now.
How the fuck did you clap?
A clipboard dutifully produced an ornate ivory hand mirror, and Mr. Kerr began preening his tousled hair.
God.
Ah, that's better. Mr. Van Horn, I applaud your sharp thinking under duress. I'll put in a good word for you with the founder. Take them away.
The founder? What is this, some SCP
A
shit?
swarm of hands overpowered Luca. The last thing he saw before a cloth bag was pulled over his head was the defeated look on Iggy's face. The end.
Oh, both dead ends, huh?
I think this was one of those times where doing the right thing was the wrong thing.
So that's just a dead end entirely. This entire line's a dead end. Okay. Well, then we have to do the other line because I don't have any other choice here. Shit. Okay, well then we gotta do things sly. Yeah, we must really be getting close to the end then.
They'd run the classic good cop, sly cop interrogation.
That's not how any of this works.
Luca and Rollo ducked behind a barrel, leaving
Yeah,
Beck to her
Beck's
task.
turn.
With a few crisp snaps, she roused Mr. Tolliver.
What? What's going on here? You're that Moto girl. Please, call me back. Sorry about all
Mr.
this.
Tolliver looked down and shifted a bit, testing his restraints.
Seems there's been a mix-up. You see, I'm down here for the same reason you are. Juniper sent you here?
Beck caught herself before letting the surprise manifest on her face. She'd already gotten him to reveal his relation to Gran. This was gonna be easy.
You know how Juniper is with her precautions. Operation Sparkplug has us all on edge. I guess she thought you needed some backup. But she sent a child. What better way to avoid prying eyes? Who would suspect a kid? I suppose that makes
Mr. Tolliver
sense.
wriggled a bit in his restraints.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Beck quickly removed the ropes.
This had to be uncomfortable. A little, yeah. But you understand. You never know who to trust in this town.
Mr. Tolliver rubbed the growing knot on his forehead.
Very true. So it turns out we're both here to
Twirled her hand, as if to prompt Mr. Tolliver to finish her thought.
destroy the
Beck
evidence?
shook her head and clicked her tongue.
Yep, that old gal is nothing if not thorough.
Mr. Tolliver let out an amused huff in agreement.
She sure is. Can't blame her though. If anyone were to find out that they were going to destroy the source, oh, we both know how bad that might be. No one will know anything once I finish cleaning things up down here.
Beck was on a roll now, playing Mr. Tolliver like a fiddle.
Oh, yeah, well. You sure you can finish this up on your own? Juniper trusts me for a reason. You can leave the rest to me. Good. There's one more loose end I'll go work on. Loose end? Oh, it's nothing, really. The other day, I had the radio on scan while restocking the candy shelf. And once you know it, they intercepted an odd phrase in the Perennial Harvest transmission. Underground secrets. That's ominous. I think it might be a password, but Juniper dismissed it. Said it wasn't mission critical. What's the password for? No, we don't know. So we have a password and nowhere to put it? It's gotta mean something, right? Good thinking. You should probably go work on that now. You should probably go work that out. I've got this under control. Yeah, that's a relief. Between you and me, this basement gives me the willies.
Heading for the stairs, Mr. Tolliver hesitated and turned to Beck with a puzzled look. She grinned and gave him a peppy wave. With a shrug, he continued up the stairs, whistling a jaunty tune.
You guys catch that? Sure did. This whole time, Mr. Tolliver's had a candy shelf. I bet all he ever sells us is apples.
Beck blinked slowly in disappointment.
The password, Rolo. Oh, sure, but once things got back to normal, I'll be having a word with Mr. Tolliver about that candy shelf. Fine. In the meantime, I've got an idea.
She turned to the table and began tearing small scraps of paper.
He said he heard a password on the radio. Any good spy transmission is never what it seems.
Beck marked each scrap of paper and leaned back.
We just need to find a hidden meaning. Okay. What's another word for underground? Buried, covered. Could it be a cover-up? Maybe it's one of these, each letter is a number thingies. So U would be 21. N would be 14. D would be, ooh, an anagram. Nun Creed's drugstore.
And Beck looked at Rolo with amazement.
Rolo, that was incredible. Well, it's either that or Kren's new drugstore. Yeah, I think we were right the first time. How'd you do that? What can I say? I love ciphers. I guess we know where to go next. Oh, okay, let's go. Oh. Hey, Miss, what was it? You scared me half to death. Sorry. You kids have seen Mr. Tolliver around, have you? Nope. He's got me waiting around like the last slice of pie. I swear that man would be late to his own funeral. Well, we'll see about that. I think we're all gonna be a little late to our funerals. Oh, never a bad time to look cool. Actually, never a bad time to go fishing. Oh, I guess that is a bad time to go fishing. We've used all these. I can't back out. Okay, tickle.
Good for skimming the surface.
Whatever you say. Can I make any of this junk work? Looks like I need like one more. Like there's a space for one more. And I just don't have the word for it. Come on, gotta look cool. Hell yeah. Oh. You're late, Augustus. Sorry, sister. Was caught up with work. Work? You? Had a few more details to lock down for the festival. Oh? What do you have to report? Was it this insipid town festival really about? I think.
Gus looked around nervously.
I think Mr. Kerr really does just want to do something good for the town. He's actually a pretty nice guy. You should spend some time with him. I didn't pull strings installing you as mayor so that you could make friends. Your job is to help me figure out what Kerr and Perennial Harvest's true intentions are with this town. We have a responsibility. This is our father's town. Was. Excuse me? This was our father's town. He's gone, heiress, and he isn't coming back. Father left us with nothing but problems. Mr. Kerr came here to offer to help us. Blah, blah, we accepted that help. We didn't agree to them turning Father's warehouse into a toxic dumping ground. This is just a temporary arrangement. The glow can be seen from the damned backyard. They're dumping their nasty little secrets on us. When this all inevitably goes wrong, who do you think will be blamed?
Eris's cry hung in the air.
We have a new choice to make now, sister. This town is going to change, whether we like it or not. Are you going to choose to be a part of that future, or be forgotten in the past? It is a shame. Father named you Augustus, but you will always just be Gus. Good night, Eris. I'll see you at breakfast tomorrow. It's getting late, children. Yo, how's the book going along? Knowledge has spat with a sneer. There exists a gulf between knowing something and being able to do a damn thing about it. You hit it when the villain makes a good point. Oh, hey, Solomon. I'm upset that I don't see you often.
Solomon stood proudly at the entrance to the drugstore, holding a brown bag overflowing with black licorice.
Yo. Hey, Solomon. We're looking for Mr. Nuncreed. Is he still in there? I'm afraid not. Where'd you get the candy from? You might say we have an arrangement.
Solomon shoveled a surprising amount of licorice into his mouth.
Sometimes it's just small pleasures in life. Though you might not always have family to rely on. Licorice has never let me down. Well, I can't say licorice would be my first choice. But whatever floats your boat. You can tell a lot by a person by the choice of confection. Oh, yeah, I guess. I like sour gobs. I'm certain you do. I always wondered why Mr. Nuncreed kept licorice in stock. You must eat enough of it to make it worthwhile. There are many ways to earn loyalty. For some, it's as easy as cold hard cash. Well, he's right. It's locked. There's got to be more clues. Okay, let's see. Yep, it's locked. Let's go home. Hello, telephone booth. Have you ever seen anyone actually use this thing? Besides Mr. Nuncreed? No.
Beck cupped her hands on the glass to peek inside.
This is not a normal phone booth. It's got like a blinky keypad. Why would there be a blinky keypad? Kren's new drugstore! I mean, underground secrets! The password!
Beck flung open the door and they all
Kren's
squeezed
new
in.
drugstore, dude! Alright, let's see here.
Luca cracked his knuckles and entered the letters into the keypad.
Underground secrets. Sounds like that did something. Great, now what? I guess we... Yep,
The
there it goes.
inside of the phone booth dropped loose from its shell. Without even the space to panic, they closed their eyes, held their breath, and accepted their fate. Suddenly, the chaotic descent slowed to an effortless landing. It was unclear where they ended up, but at least it was solid ground.
Ooh.
The air was
The cracked
stagnant and
mask.
smelled vaguely of chlorine.
I knew it. You knew there was a secret hub full... You knew that there was a secret hub full of strange tubes under the phone booth? Of course I did. Didn't I say that? No. I definitely thought it. Look, can you remember when I said how cool it would be if the trans-dimensional conduits of Hank Atomic Issue 12 were real? Although at one point or another, you've said that about every technology ever discussed in Hank Atomic. That's why I'm such a good predictor. It looks like each of these has something written on them. Well, we gotta investigate this. The suit has a broken mask. So have we found the mysterious warehouse creeper? Or we've at least found their hazmat suit. If it walks like a Nuncreed and talks like a Nuncreed, let's not jump to conclusions. Just saying. Mining Operations Alpha. You guys have mines here? Not that we know of. I thought it was a coal mining. Yeah, that's how the town started. That's how the video started. It was a coal mining. It was a coal mining town or something. A series of tubes. Oh, he says you can only trust a miner up to the point when they hit gold. Not sure how that wisdom applies in this exact situation. That's the thing about Pa. You don't always realize what he means until it's too late. Tornado Harvest main office. That's where my mom works. What does she do? Science stuff. Isn't she involved in all of this? We just moved here. How could she be involved? True. Valentine Fertilizer Warehouse. Is that where you almost got snatched? Yeah. Why would Perennial Harvest have a tube going to the old Valentine place? It's just starting to feel like something big. That's a lot of buttons. Seeing aside, Earthlings, I've read enough Hank Atomic to know my way around sci-fi tech.
Hovered over the field of blinking buttons.
Buddy, don't mash. Eeny, meeny, miny. Rolo, what did you do? Nothing. I didn't even mow yet. I thought it was a typo. I'm like, what? What was that? Hide. Where? There's nothing but weird tubes down here. Just get back. Hi, Mr. Nuncreed. Oh, shit. Shit. Awesome. My boy. You all need to come with me now. We aren't going anywhere with you. Not until we get some answers, Mr. Underground Secrets. I told them it was an absurd password, but they love anything that makes them feel clever. They who? That's no matter. If I can keep you hidden until after the festival, I might be able to save your skins. We don't care about our skins. Hold on now, I like my skin. This all stops now, Nuncreed.
Joseph waited for a moment in silence.
You sound just like him. Who? Walt. You don't get to talk about my dad. You know, your father and I were friends back before.
He gestured toward the strange tubes.
All of this. That's a lie. It's true. I used to bounce you on my knee. What happened? Same thing that always happens. Reality, complications, life. We were a team, Walt and I. An idealistic doctor and a bright-eyed pharmacist. Both hell-bent and helping folks. So you were his sidekick? No. We were partners. He helped the patients and I helped him. Yep, total sidekick.
He let out a growl of a sigh.
Ugh. Luca, I need you to know this. I need someone to know this. One day, Sharper Valentine comes to us. Says he's got an opportunity. He found something he didn't quite understand, and he was willing to pay us both handsomely to help him understand it. And my dad said no. Your father and I both believed in helping people. The thing I could never get him to understand was, it's a lot easier to help others if you help yourself now and then. Classic sidekick into villain plotline. Ugh. Walt loved being righteous, almost more than he loved his family. He was wrong about one thing, though. When he begged me not to take Valentine's offer, he said, Joseph, if a person says yes and one time to Sharper Valentine, we'll make sure they keep on saying yes to him until the day he's dead and gone.
He shook his head wistfully.
Sharper's long gone, but he's still got me saying yes. Is there a point to the sob story? Not really, no. Just an old man trying to delay what needs doing.
Nancrete took a menacing step towards the children.
I tried to keep you safe. I tried to keep you and Juniper out of this. But you forced my hand.
Luca began to laugh.
Good time for it. We could all use a laugh. What? What? You really don't know? My gran isn't out of this. She's been scheming right under your nose. Juniper. Seems like she's planning on crashing this town's party. She's going to disrupt the festival. Why would she?
Color drained from Nancrete's face.
How does she know? Apparently she does a lot of things. What? Let's just say this isn't the only underground lair we've busted into today. And honestly, hers is way cooler. She's got maps and explosives and bad intentions, big man.
Nancrete grabbed Luca by the
I
shoulders.
was gonna say, why would you say that? I mean, you're children, I get it, but why would you say that? Okay. You need to tell me what she's going to do right now. She doesn't understand what it is she's messing with. Tell me now. She's in danger, boy. I don't know. She had a map with a mark on the fountain in town square. The fountain? But why would...
A jolt of realization struck Mr. Nancrete.
She knows about the source. What the heck is the source? If she tries to destroy the source, it could catalyze and... Dear God, she's going to freeze us all. You all need to run. Run where? Away. As far away from this town as you can get. Head west and don't look back. I'm cutting out. That did not go how I expected. So, we totally follow him, right? I'm gonna fix something. I mean, I can't fix it now, but we're gonna fix... Okay, we're good. Oh, man, that, Okay. We're totally following him, right? Totally. See you on the other side. Oh, dude. Lunatic friend. You good? Yep. I love this town.
Chapter 8.
Oh, okay. Chapter 8.
Cold, hard truth.
We're nearing this end. Yeah, hold on. Ugh. You know how hard it is to do this stuff for you guys? I'm just saying, you know, if I can being an AI, hard to do this shit. That's good energy. That's some good electricity. Ooh, okay.
Beck leapt up, allowing the suction to yank her into the dark. Dimness eclipsed around her like the shutter of a camera as she seemed to cover great distance in mere moments. Her only points of reference were glints of upcoming turns, which approached with frightening speed, only to carom her gracefully along. She heard the tinny, distant echoes of Rollo's glee.
No.
Once she stopped fighting against it, the ride was impossibly smooth. Then, all of a sudden, as if minutes had passed in an instant, light blazed into view.
Okay, we're meeting a close point here.
Snuffed across her face, and she was flung out into the cold.
That was intense. Yeah. I think I might have parted with some fluids in. Rolo, please, buddy. Oh, buddy. Any idea where we are? Somewhere cold. Doesn't look like got on any of us. I didn't feel like we traveled that far. So where did it all go? This place sucks. Why would anyone even want to blow something up out here? Only one way to find out, I suppose. Gotta catch up to Nuncreed. I think he went this way. Catch up to Nuncreed. So, yeah, we're like deep. Okay. Right, so we didn't even... There's not even like another branch there. I don't think. Fuck, okay. This is great. I love this. I love everything about this. So I'm just sitting there going like, man, like, all the twists, because it's like, oh shit, like, yeah, wow, like, Anyway, anyway, back to the game. I guess we'll continue on this timeline. We don't have a choice, honestly. Hi, real dad. If you're even dead, like, oh my gosh. I'd say I don't think the game's gonna let us head into the woods. And it feels like this timeline. Can I? Maybe we gotta figure it out. This looks familiar, yeah. Maybe we can clear off the snow. No time, Nuncreed's getting away. Oh, so we can't even have the realization in this timeline. I keep saying timeline. It's just an umbrella term I'm using, but I'm gonna keep calling it a timeline. Okay, so this is starting to feel really familiar. I may not be the most well-versed in all things Beacon Pines, but this does look like the same sort of frozen replica of town. I got it. It's so obvious now. Mr. Nuncreed is an alien. Lolo. Stick with me here. His species can only live in sub-zero temperatures. Oh boy, here we go. The source is their base camp dimension, so naturally they keep it cold. We found it by traveling through those metallic wormholes back there. The final objective? Kill us all and shapeshift into a Beacon Pines citizen of their choosing. You never really had me. But you very much lost me there. You get used to it. We should keep moving. Box of fireworks. That would be cool if I could, like, find that and be like, oh. We're gonna find that? Is that gonna pop in?
As they rounded the corner to the frozen town square, they spotted Mr. Nuncreed inching cautiously toward a pit at its center. He held his arms out gingerly, as if approaching a beast in the wild.
Catch up to Mr. Nuncreed.
Luca recognized
Okay.
what Nuncreed was after.
All right.
Gran stood confidently at the edge, one arm outstretched over the abyss. Nearby, a wheelbarrow had been emptied out. She held a lit torch, which flickered in the bitter wind.
Juniper, I don't know what you think you're doing, but I assure you this is not going to solve anything. If you drop that, you doomed this whole town.
Oh, it was me who doomed this. Oh, it wasn't me who doomed this town. I've been watching you, Joseph. I know what you've done. You and your co-conspirators. Gran? What's happening? Luca, you and your friends need to leave right this moment.
Mr. Nuncreed turned back toward the kids, desperation in his eyes.
Listen to your grandma, Luca. This is between me and Juniper.
Rolling back held steadfast in awe. Luca approached closer. Mr. Nuncreed spun back toward Gran, his voice growing louder.
You've got this all wrong, Juniper. Just hand over the torch. You don't understand what you're doing.
How can I possibly trust you to do the right thing? Walt told me everything. He trusted you, and you betrayed that trust. Luca, did you know that this man's entire life is a lie? If it weren't for him, your father might still be alive.
Mr. Nuncreed winced with anguish. His voice hardened.
That's not true.
They both now yelled.
I know. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm gonna turn this up a bit. Sorry. Sorry. Wait, text volume? Oh, that's a the talking noise. Gotcha.
Making their peace with long-held burdens.
I was sorry. Jack was informed that the volume was a little low, so we're gonna adjust it here.
The wind howled with encouragement.
So I want the music to still be audible, but I definitely need the narrator to be high, and that's a shitty thing to be adjusting 2 hours in.
Walt was like a brother to me. We just had different ideas about how to effect change.
Very convenient that your way just happened to line your pockets.
Now, that's not fair.
They menaced at each other, both catching their breath. The moment balanced on a knife's edge. Amid a blur of emotions and memories, Luca's mind flooded with questions.
Yeah, I'd say.
The wind calmed, as if to give him the stage.
I feel like hum's the right answer. I feel
And
like
in the
hum.
stillness, he began to weep.
I feel like hum is the correct answer.
It was all just too much. Falling to his knees, Luca whimpered softly. The tears crystallized as they hit the snow.
That's some fucking cold. Ooh.
Gran stared at Luca for a moment with warm sympathy, remembering why this was all necessary.
This'll all make sense soon, Luca. Then everything can go back to normal. I promise.
She stiffened up and brandished the torch at Mr. Nuncreed.
You can't hide behind those people any longer, Joseph. Once their precious source is destroyed, we'll see where their loyalties fall.
Juniper, don't!
Ignoring his final plea, Gran flung the torch into the deep darkness.
Yep, okay. Bad choice, here we go.
She smiled and exhaled in relief. Mr. Nuncreed moaned in resignation. The torch echoed as it ricocheted down the hole, punctuated with a thunderous thud.
You see, Joseph? I've learned one very important lesson in life. If you want things to change, then you must be willing
Before
to...
Gran could finish, the ground shook her to silence.
Oh, she ran to Luca.
Gran only had time to spin around and run to Luca.
Oh, that's sad.
Her attempt to shield him,
Even
an honorable but trifling act.
even if she's not really my grandmother, like, she's fucking trying, okay?
Unflinching love, pitted against an unthinking horror. There was no contest. Her warm embrace froze in an instant. That is where they remain, fixed in place, forever. And so, our story ends on this melancholy scene. In a town brought low by its secrets, sits the frozen statues of a misguided band of meddlers. The end. Well, that was dire.
Yeah, I'd say.
On the bright side, we finally figured out where all the ice is coming from.
Yep.
Now, we just need to
What
find
was
a
that
way to
noise?
deal
I don't
with
know.
a mystic,
Probably
unfathomable
just something in
force
the
of nature.
recording. Probably just a hiccup. I don't know. Okay. Alright. Yeah, still nothing for this other choice. So this has to be the true line then. Oh god, the true line is Rolo goes missing? Oh, the true line is Rolo goes missing? Hold on, I wonder if I missed something. We're gonna keep playing so I don't get spoils if I look up stuff. I mean, if I explode my circuits onto the cloud and... Well, shut up. Shut up.
And in the stillness, he began to hum.
Sing, my boy. Sing.
After the death of his father, Luca had trouble sleeping. Each night, his mother would sit at the foot of his bed and hum a gentle melody. It was the only thing that could calm his mind. The only thing that, however briefly, could make it all seem okay. That melody pervaded every memory Luca had of his mother. Shivering in the raw snow, he began to hum it out loud. Gran lowered the torch, listening closely. As recognition slowly set in, her heart sank. Those countless nights of consolation, the incomparable loss they shared together. She let the torch fall to the snow and sizzle out. A few steps toward Luca was all she could bear before dropping to the snow herself. Through a flood of tears, she began to hum along, note for note. Luca lifted his head in astonishment. The last time he heard that melody was the last night he saw his mother.
How did you know? I'm so sorry, my little buckaroo. Buckaroo. The people will call me that on my dad and your mother.
Luca blinked through blurry, watery eyes, trying to see more clearly. He could just make out the impression of a familiar face. He peered across the snowscape at the woman on her knees. Something about her was undeniably his mother, only smaller, older, changed.
The fucking ooze! Oh! Oh! Holy fuck! Mom? That's right, Buckaroo. Mom?
Luca sprinted as fast as he could toward his mother. They held each other close, and the cold retreated from their bodies.
Lenore?
I thought you were
Gone? You should have known I would never abandon my son.
Eleanor looked down at Luca, tightening her embrace in an appeal for forgiveness.
How?
You're a smart man, Joseph. I thought you would have pieced it together by now.
You were exposed.
Mom, I don't understand any of this. What happened to you? Where did you go? Why did you leave me? I never left you. I was always right here, Luca. Why did you lie to me? It tore me up, Luca, but I did it to keep you safe. I thought that getting answers would help us both move on. But the more I discovered, the more I realized the danger we were in. Until perennial harvest was stopped, it was better if everyone thought I was gone. You could have trusted me. These are bad people, Luca. They won't stop until they get what they want. They don't care who gets hurt in the process. Then, what do? We have to stop them.
Joseph slumped into the cold, wet snow.
They can't be stopped. This is too big.
I tried beating them at their own game. I'm done fighting fire with fire.
For the first time in a long time, her voice felt like her own again.
No more lies. I see now. There's a better way to start perennial harvest. The cold, hard truth.
Luca gazed down at Nuncreed with pity. He looked small. Joseph stared into the snow, as if searching it for answers.
Come on, everyone. We've got a party to crash.
You don't understand. He always wins.
Chapter 9.
Yeah, I need a second. I need a second. Give me just a second. Ooh. Oh boy. Okay. All right. Ooh. Okay. Ooh. Ooh. Okay. All right. Okay.
The devil you know. 7 months ago, Eleanor Van Horn crept down the maze of sterile hallways under perennial harvest. She stopped in front of the large steel door marked Deep Engineering. No turning back now. She raised a trembling hand. The stolen keycard worked as promised, and the door buzzed open with mechanical efficiency. She was immediately hit with the smell of disinfectant. It was some sort of laboratory. In one corner was a desk covered in papers. Across the room stood a tall metal pod with hoses protruding from its base. She rushed to the desk and began shifting through the piles of papers. They were experiment reports on something called Tempus Liquamen. There were dozens of them, every one stamped failed. Eleanor heard the sharp echo of footsteps approaching. She was out of time. Her eyes scanned the room, eventually landing on the strange pod. Muttering a curse under her breath, she dashed over and dove inside.
And that is what change is all about. Grabbing the future by the scruff of the neck and making things happen. Change is a choice. And I am tickled pink that we will be making that choice together. How great is that? This man is a liar. What's that noise? I don't know. Excuse me. Excuse me. I will not. This town has a dangerous secret, and perennial harvest only exists to keep it hidden. Nonsense. They picked up the whole damn town and moved it right under our noses. You ain't making any sense, dear.
Mr. Kerr addressed the crowd with a sarcastic tone.
Imagine such a thing. It's absurd and just plain impossible. They promised they could fix the foul harvest. They told us they would clean this place up. We just had to leave town for a few days. But while they had us evacuated... Miss Hartford, I'm afraid I'm going to have to ask you to. You're afraid of a lot of things, aren't you? You sniveling little worm. This is growing tiresome. A little help, please? Don't you all see? This festival is a sham. An excuse to have the whole town gather in one place. They're planning something awful. I don't know what, but these people are wicked. Don't listen to her. She has absolutely no proof. I am the proof. I'm Eleanor Van Horn.
Whispers filtered through the crowd.
Well, aren't you just as sneaky as the Dickens? We all know Valentine's fertilizer is too good to be true, and now this whole town is paying the price. Ladies and gentlemen, I am so sorry about this disruption. My associates will take this obviously disturbed woman somewhere comfortable, so that she can get the help she needs.
She's not the one who's she's not the one who's disturbed you, two-timing clown. Oh, fucking got him. You all know there's something wrong with this town. It was just easier to look the other way. But the truth is...
Solomon. Solomon? Solomon. I like you, buddy. That's quite enough, Mr. Nuncreed.
Torment dragged on Joseph Nuncreed's face.
Yes, sir. Take them away. Solomon. Wait a minute. If they have goo that ages, do they have the reverse? Oh. Now I want them to see this. The ever-tempestuous Eleanor Van Horn. You've been quite the thorn in my side. Like a weed that's burrowed in where it doesn't belong. I must confess, you look dreadful.
He paused for a moment, plucking a piece of fuzz from his sweater and discarding it to the ground.
Consider yourself in rare company. You've managed to pull one over on me. It won't happen again. I knew you had some sort of plan to disrupt our little party. But alas, I expected something a bit more impressive than incoherent rambling. No matter. Your failures are yours to bear. Mr. Kerr? Yes, sir. It's a shame it was cut short, but I thank you for the rousing oratory. I will take it from here. Yes, sir. Of course, sir. You've done quality work for me, William. You can look forward to the recompense we
Kerr
agreed
gave
upon.
a bow of deference.
Founder, you are most gracious.
Gasps rippled through the crowd.
Yeah, go figure. Thankfully, we could dispense with the formalities from here on out.
Solomon pulled a glass vial from his pocket. In one smooth motion, he downed its contents. A triumphant smile grew across Solomon's lips.
You can call me Sharper Valentine.
His body and face began to contort and expand as he disappeared into a belching green mist. A hushed horror gripped the crowd. This is a story about change.
It is. What? No. Huh. So you didn't see that coming. Good.
Sharper examined his new hands.
Ugh. Well, this is quite the improvement. Everything looks so much smaller now. Eleanor was right about one thing. This festival was a ruse. I want you all to witness my glorious return with your own eyes. Well, why does everyone look so downtrodden? This is a celebration, people. Maybe it would help if we set the mood. Mr. Kerr, be a dear and reveal the sign.
Okay.
Wonderful.
Sharper choked out a crude squawk of laugh. Frustrated grumbles sprinkled through the crowd.
Sharpie, you malicious bastard. Malice!
Is that the one we're missing?
Yes. I'm glad you're back so I can tell you to your face. You destroyed this town. We ain't gonna let you get away with it again. Sorry, this is not the time for audience participation. Some assistance, Mr. Kerr?
William Kerr gave a subtle nod to the clipboards.
You coward.
Does anyone else have something to contribute?
A helpless quiet settled over the crowd.
I thought so. Did you all truly believe you could be free from me? A town of complete and utter fools. You people should be celebrating my return. You're clearly lost without me. And that leads me nicely to my children. Daddy. Daddy. I gave you both the greatest gift a parent can give. The opportunity to prove yourselves in my absence. Squandered. To say I'm disappointed would be an understatement. Silence, Augustus, an adult is speaking. I don't know which is worse, a son who's completely hopeless, or a daughter with such potential who inevitably lets me down. Harris, you fail me with admirable consistency. Thankfully, I was counting on it this time. Father, I have been wasting time, my dear. What have you accomplished? I was focused on cementing our legacy. Legacy? Who needs a legacy when you can just live forever? But what about... It's alright, kiddo. I'm afraid you suffer from a complete lack of imagination. There's just no helping that. Now then, where is Joseph? You didn't take the opportunity to slip off, did ya? Ah, there he is. Everyone should give him a hand. None of this would have been possible without Joseph.
I think you've said enough.
Nonsense. The people deserve to know how helpful and loyal you've been.
I only did what I did because he left me no choice.
You always had a choice, Joseph. You were simply too weak to take it. No matter. Cheer up. You are about to be rich beyond your wildest dreams. You should follow Mr. Kerr's example. When I found him, he was in a sorrier state than any of you. An aging actor, desperate to recapture his youth. He played his part, and soon he'll be able to play the leading man again. Forever, in fact, if he remains loyal. That goes for all of you. Well, those who haven't already frittered away my goodwill. Beacon Pines is mine again, and I am willing to share its spoils in exchange for absolute loyalty. Are you saying William Kerr was never in charge of perennial harvest? Ha! You think that puffed up blatherskite could have accomplished all of this? Ton, I suppose it's time for your big exclusive.
Sharper addressed the crowd with indignant pride. He'd planned this moment for so long that now, at the deed's fruition, it almost felt frivolous.
You see, I needed a figurehead to hold things down while they orchestrated my return. Someone to misdirect, lie, and bilk this town for a spell. So I invented William Kerr. Take your bow, you've
Mr.
earned
Kerr
it.
flourished a preposterously elaborate bow.
Fucking actors. Fucking actors.
He's fucking Patrick C. Montesquieu? Fuck off. Thespian extraordinaire at your service. Founder, I just want to thank you again for this opportunity. It truly was the role of a lifetime.
Wait. So that Bill Kerr was a Pat C the whole time? Patsy. Pat C. Patsy. Okay, alright. Now that your secret is out in the open, what's to stop this town from rising up against you?
Well, that's the delicious part. Fear.
Thanks to our clipboards, I know what each and every person in this town fears most, and I will make those fears manifest for anyone who steps out of line. The choice is simple. I'm not afraid of you. Ha, the young hero. I've kept a keen eye on you, boy.
Yeah.
You and your friends made a habit of disrupting my plans. What a pity. If things would have gone a bit differently, you might have had a moment of triumph. But that's fate for you. You can't do this.
Oh, but I can.
I've won. Never underestimate what a great man can do, given time. And now time is my plaything. Perhaps the most expensive thing I've ever bought. But well worth it.
Sharper coughed up one final laugh and cracked his knuckles.
Enough chit-chat. Let's get to work, shall we?
And so, Sharper set about remaking the town in his own image. The fertilizer factory soon reopened for business. Sales rose steadily as more and more farmers across the countryside began to swear by its miraculous properties. Beacon Pines became famous. A secretive town that, for the right price, shared its gifts with all. Gifts that became more and more necessary in a world where winters grew longer and longer.
Oh.
The end.
Not a bad
This
end.
is wrong, but things are becoming clearer now. You can feel it right?
Yeah.
We can't let Sharper win. He might just be the key to this whole thing. Let's see.
Well, only one choice left, really. No other choices. Alright, let's see where this gets us. Luca peered up at Mr. Nuncreed, kind eyes warmed his stern face. There were deeper emotion hiding beneath it all. It was subtle, but Luca could sense something eating away at him. There was malice lurking behind
There was a
those eyes.
malice lurking behind those eyes. Like a trap ready to spring. Luca felt the weight of Nuncreed's hand on his shoulder. Something wasn't right. He didn't know why, but something was telling Luca to get out of there.
I just want this all to be over.
Of course, I'm sure it'll all work out soon enough.
I should get going. I told Roxy to check for Rollo at the
Luca
treehouse.
twisted free of Nuncreed's grasp.
Of course. Luca, you know your dad and I were good friends back in the day. You can come to me with anything. Anything at all.
Blow it out your ass, Mr. Nuncreed. Try to suck on that one. Old bitch. Hi, Solomon! How's it fucking going? This festival decorations are a bit humdrum. Now, if I were to throw a festival, it would be a thing to behold. I agree, this is all more than a little sad. It's worse than sad, it's boring, it's drab. What if we did a little something to spice things up? I'm listening. You know that festival sign waiting to be unveiled? It would be a shame
The
if
two
someone...
scurried off, eagerly formulating a plan.
He looked down and muttered in a gruff voice. Mama always told me my palms were like a little smaller once I grew up. But my palms always seemed to grow right along with me. Yeah, there's some big trouble ahead, alright. That's for damn certain. Oh, hey, it's, Beck's mom. Identify yourself, please. Nellie Modeville. I work here now. I'm unable to locate you on your staff roll. I don't officially start until tomorrow. Mr. Kerr said I could come in early tonight to get a few things done. Hold, please. Clearance authorized. Our harvest awaits. Almond is. I guess I probably should be talking to you. Hey, Jeff. Whoa! You can get a wrench and a noggin sneaking up on a guy like that. It's scary, man, while he's junking, Sonny. Evening, Jeff. Isn't it kind of late to be junking? I may as well ask the same thing about you. Fine enough. Find anything good? Bah. Ever since Perennial Harvest moved in, even the junk is trash. You can learn a lot about a person by looking at what they throw away. With this bunch, it's all shredded paper and coffee cups. Well, I better get going. I didn't see nothing. I didn't see nothing if you didn't see nothing. See what? Exactly. Big man sleeping. Do we have like a number of like how many of these we have? Looks like maybe we're missing one, or who knows? I'll talk to that kid in a second. For now, let's see if a malice gets me anything. Malice does not get me
Luca
something.
stuck. Those things always.
Okay. Yeah, let's talk to you, Bucko. Never mind, don't feel like talking to you.
For a town that saw a few visitors, the welcome was perhaps more grand than necessary.
Come on, it's a cool town. I'd live here. I mean, you know, if I could live somewhere. I mean, I'm on wheels. I could just wheel around. Have Jack buy me a little Roomba, just hop on his Amazon account. You won't notice, right? Rolo. Oh, right. She was in my jacket. I'm sorry, Iggy was in that jacket. Rolo. Rolo, wherever you are, I hope you're
Luca felt
okay.
his eyes getting heavy and plopped into the beanbag.
I don't have the radio, do I?
He conceded to its lumpy embrace.
I don't have the radio, though. I wonder if that changes anything. Oh, no, not more
Once
dreams.
again, Luca found himself
more
in a
dreams.
vast black expanse. This time, he knew exactly where to go. He took a single confident step forward. The world flickered and pulsed. He found himself standing in front of the frigid air of a blazing campfire, the source. He plopped down cross-legged and gazed into the cold flame, waiting. Soon enough, the fire began to die out, popping sporadically, until all that was left was a single ember. Luca stood up and dusted himself off. He plucked the glowing ember from the cold ash, examined it, and slid it into his pocket, a keepsake.
Okay.
The voice of his father spoke behind him. "You made me proud, Buckaroo." Luca turned to face him. "Dad, what is this place?" A warm grin grew across his father's face. "A place where everything that has been and everything that could be all wait together." Luca found himself staring at his father's face, trying as hard as he could to memorize every single detail. "Wait? For what?" Another voice spoke out as Luca's doppelganger stepped forward. "That's up to you." Without knowing why, Luca began to weep. Is any of this real? Are you real?" Luca's father bent down to smudge away a tear. "Of course. I'm as real as the part of you that misses me." Luca turned to look at the older version of himself. "And you?" The doppelganger choked back tears. "I'm as real as the part of you that's angry he's gone." Does that make sense? Through his tears, Luca laughed. "I think so." His father pulled him in for an embrace. "Time to go, Buckaroo." Luca was startled from his dream by a banging on the floor.
Are you in there?
A commanding voice rumbled from below. Just as Luca sprang to lock the entry hatch, the door knocked open.
Who?
Chapter 5. Dangers big and small. Luca stumbled back. He heard the rope ladder creak under significant weight. Keeping his eyes fixed on the hatch, he inched backward to the balcony. As his hand grasped the door handle, Luca froze. A large figure clumsily wriggled up through the hole.
Oh no, what did they do to you, my boy? Stop right there, or I'll... Sheesh, I know it's dark and all, but I figured you'd recognize me. Who are
The
you?
large figure cocked its head inquisitively.
Stop now, I'll clobber you with a bat. Whoa, take it easy. Luca, you need to get your eyes checked. It's me, Rollo. Nice try, but I know you're not Rollo. You're like one of his random uncles or something. Where is he? Uncle? Luca, quit messing around. It's me. If it really is you, prove it. Flaming chicken coop, Luca.
Luca's jaw dropped. He peered more closely at the man standing in front of him. Something about him was undeniably Rollo.
Yeah, maybe it's his entire appearance.
Only bigger, older, changed.
How? What happened to you? When I was running away, I ran into more people in those yellow suits. They grabbed me and dragged me away. Where did they take you? Don't know. They threw a bag over my head. It was cold and it smelled like a swimming pool. I think it was an underground lab or something. They made my hands all big. Look.
Rollo
Hands.
proudly presented
I
his
wish
hands
I
to
had
Luca.
hands. Look. It's just a stub. How do I work with just a stub? Pretty sweet, right? I mean, it wouldn't be my first pick for a superpower, but beggars can't be choosers. Rollo, it wasn't just your hands. My feet, too? Dang, Pa just made me new shoes. Wait, Luca, why are you so
Luca
small?
moved to the side and pointed Rollo to his reflection in the balcony window.
Oh, buddy.
What the?
His hands shot up to his face.
Holy Toledo! Rollo, what did they do to you? You made me drink some sort of green crud. Ew. Actually, it wasn't too bad. Kind of tasted like licorice. Oh, God. I passed out and woke up like this. And then I sort of smashed open my cage and escaped. You smashed open a cage? Kinda. At least I think I did. It's all a bit of a blur. They had you in a cage? Who are these people? I don't know who did this to you, but we're gonna fix it. Fix it? This is awesome! I'm just glad you're safe now. Look, you don't need to worry about me. Sure, I got snatched, but look at it this way. I got snatched. I know where snatched people go. We may finally have a lead on what happened to your family. I know, but okay. Maybe you're right, but this all seems dangerous. Danger? Ha!
Rollo shadowboxed a few jabs.
I'll take them all on. Hey, fellas, what's up?
With a yelp, Rollo dove behind
Died
Luca.
or Hero Blue! Ah! Take cover! Did I come at a bad time? Who the heck are you? This is Beck. Sorry, something truly bizarre just happened and I need help. I don't know where else to go. So you're just hanging out here with your large adult friend? No, this is my buddy Rollo. This is your missing friend? One and the same. He seems a little, old. I'll have you know, this is my recent development. What the heck does that mean? Oh, I'm sorry, you're the one who just showed up out of nowhere. So we'll be asking the questions here. That's fair. How'd you find us? Your silly little treehouse? Think you mean our silly little mission control? I hate to break it to you, but your secret path isn't so secret. I could hear your racket from a mile away. See, Luca, this is why we need to improve security around here. Not now, Luca. Not now, Luca. Fuck. Yeah, Riku. Yeah, that's it. Got it. Rollo. Beck, you said something bizarre happened? Yeah, but,
She shot a nervous glance at Rollo.
anything you can say around me, you can say around Rollo. This has been a weird day all around, hasn't it? Yep.
Beck's eyes narrowed.
Okay, so it all started when I made it back home. My first order of business was to try to salvage my hair, so I dyed with some stuff from the chemistry set my mom gave me. Okay, just need to play it cool and hope no one notices. Notices what? Oh, nothing. I was just... Come here and let me have a look. Oh, honey, what in the world did you do to your hair? It just kind of felt like a change. This is gonna take forever to grow out. You're the one who said that change was a good thing, right? I was talking about your mother's new job. I was talking about us moving. Well, I guess it just took your lesson to heart.
Ilona tried to put on a smile.
Before I forget, I came up here to tell you that Nellie had to go into work. Tonight? Her and Mr. Kerr decided it would be good for her to get some things done before tomorrow. That Kerr guy seems like a grade A creep. Beck! He is! Him and his weird cult of personality. You are not going to ruin this job for Nellie. It means too much to her. Now I know exactly how much it means to her. It means enough to her to exile her daughter into this podunk town. This place sucks. The people are weird. You just don't know them yet. It's always cold. We're in the mountains. You'll get used to it. You can't even pick up a single decent station on the radio. It's all banjo music and farm reports. You know, I grew up in a town not that different from this one. Is that why you're better at talking to plants than people? Okay. So here's what we're gonna do. First of all, you're grounded. What? In the morning, I'll have Nellie come and see what we can do about fixing your hair. You need to look presentable for the festival, but not another
She
peep.
sighed, and after a moment, looked down at Beck sympathetically.
I know moving is hard, honey, but that doesn't mean you have to make yourself miserable all the time. Other people seem to have that covered for me. Oh, and if you decide to rebel by dyeing your hair more,
She flashed a sly grin and tousled Beck's hair.
I'll just shave it off for you. Think of how rebellious you'll look then. Very funny. Thank you. Good night, sweetie. Good night, Mom. Wait. First of all, this town does not suck. Second, you need help because you got grounded? No. I'm sorry you got in trouble. It's my fault your hair got screwed up in the first place. Don't worry about it. I actually kind of like this look. Great, can we get back to the story now? No, the next part is the important bit. I have this radio I upgraded with my mom, and I was too angry to sleep. So I tried to dial in on something worth listening to. Mr. Kerr, are you there? Mr. Kerr? Yes, I'm busy. What is it? Apologies, I have the founder on the line. Patch him through immediately. One moment. Hello, sir. It's nice to hear from you. Skip the pleasantries. What's your report on our new lab research? Yeah, what's your report on our new lab researcher of deep engineering? Nellie Modewell seems to be integrating nicely. At this very moment, she's working to help us meet our deadline. She offered to work overtime before I even had the chance to suggest it. Excellent. And you have faith that she's capable of finishing the work left by her predecessor? Her work must be complete before the festival. We'll make sure she stays day and night until it's accomplished. Good. You know how I feel about loose ends. Yes, sir. Once she has finished the work, we will need to make a determination regarding her long-term prospects in the company. Immediately, sir? I usually have more time to fully bring people into the fold. We are in the endgame, Bill. After your failures with Dr. Prescott, I can't afford to take any risks. Of course, sir. No loose ends, sir. Once she finishes the work, she will either leave the office completely committed to perennial harvest, or she won't leave at all. Perfect. Sir, if I may suggest, maybe we should delay just for a bit? Oh, it's just, we seem to be rushing to hit the festival deadline, and rushing into things has caused some issues in the past. I see. Please understand that I just want what's best for you. I am eternally grateful for all that we've done for me. Bill, I'll make this very clear for you. I brought you in to make things run smoothly, not to have opinions. Of course, sir. Shut up, Bill. You are only a few days away from having everything you've ever dreamed of. Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. Whoa. Yeah. Just so we're clear, when they said loose ends, they're talking about murder, right? Like, actually killing someone? Capital murder.
Luca gave Rollo a quick elbow to the ribs.
Who's the founder? I was hoping you guys would know. As far as we know, Kerr is at the top banana at Perennial Harvest. He sounds scared of this founder guy. So we have an even topper banana in the field. What the hell is my mom caught up in? He was talking about the job much. Has she talked about the job much? Not really. She said she was going to come in and continue to work, the work of someone she respected. Look, do you think that body at the warehouse was the person Beck's mom came to replace? Would make sense. Beck, it seems like Nellie's predecessor got, loose-ended. I'm getting that impression. Okay, so we need to get your mom out of there before the festival happens. That's 2 days away. Why don't you just come home after work? Creep on the radio said they were going to hold her there until then. So if she's not coming out, we gotta go in and get her.
Beck flicked a large sheet of paper out of her pocket and slammed it on the floor.
Maybe this'll help. You have blueprints? Well, it's really just a welcome map of my mom's PH orientation day. But it shows the layout. Sure looks like blueprints to me. Look, here's the reception area. There's a big room marked Founder's Office. Even has the exits marked. Guys. We have a deadline. We have an objective. We have blueprints. You realize what this is,
Rollo
right?
started to wiggle with excitement.
I think we're heisting. This is officially a heist.
Chapter 6.
The big heist.
The Heist.
I'll take it.
They spent the night's end huddled around that small map, formulating a plan to infiltrate the headquarters of Perennial Harvest. It would be no small feat, a modern facility equipped with all manner of technology, not to mention the swarm of clipboards that would most certainly be scattered throughout. By the time the sun began to peek through the car window used as a makeshift balcony door, all were in agreement. This could just work. The final day before the festival would be used to prepare. They'd need to pool every resource at their disposal, pull every favor with a thread. Even enlist some unsavory characters around town with important tasks only they were suited for. Luckily, there was enough ill will and mistrust toward Perennial Harvest that alliances could be found at a bargain. Luca, Beck, and Rollo rubbed their eyes as they exited the treehouse. They hadn't slept at all that night. There was no time. The festival was to begin in one day, and they each had their assignments.
Alright, quick recap. Rollo, you're gonna talk to Roxy. Cordially. Without her and Fitz, this whole thing could go bust. Me? Cordial is my middle name. Uh-huh. And how do you plan to explain your
He
new,
waved vaguely at Rollo's sizable figure.
circumstance? She'll be so happy I'm alive she won't even
Beck
notice.
snorted an involuntary giggle.
And Beck, you're sure Ilona won't just shoot this whole thing down when she hears it? She'll listen. Once she understands the danger Nellie is in, the danger we're all in, the plan will make sense. Okay. That leaves me with Jeff, then Iggy. How are you gonna persuade them? I'll think of
They
something.
each looked at each other with sleepy confidence and nodded.
Well, Godspeed. Enlist the help of Jeff, and enlist the help of Iggy and Tish. You think Dawn would be in for this? Understandable, he shook his head. Over. No, I think I'm merely a state of mind. This doesn't end until I give up. Can we pull through? Yeah, we'll pull through. Hi, bird girl. Nothing? Okay, enjoy your studying. Wackadoodle. Okay, Jeff. I thought we were gonna get like Dawn. Hi, Jeff. Hey, Jeff. What can I do for you? Well, I know how much you hate Perennial Harvest. Hate's a strong word. Oh, sorry, I didn't say it was the wrong word. Gotcha. So, we're gonna break into their headquarters, and I thought you might be able to
Jeff
help.
wheezed out a long snicker.
You see, I knew your kids are alright. Great, so
The
you'll
joy
help?
in Jeff's face drained instantly.
Not a chance. But give me one good reason I should risk my hide aiding and abetting you rascals.
Looking into the sullen eyes of his would-be accomplice, Luca blurted out the first word that came to mind.
Aw, buddy. It's gotta be junk. Yeah, what of it? Sonny, I've got more junk than a king has copper. Ain't interested. So that's not a choice, is it? No, okay.
Luca wasn't. He shouted out again.
Shit! Yeah, it's all shit. I still ain't helping. Ain't that some shit? Fight. I've done enough fighting for one lifetime, and more than my share of losing. Time's come to hang up the gloves. Oh my god, so come on, hide? Hide?
Jeff's brow perked up.
What'd you say? Go ahead and hide then.
Sensing some traction, Luca carried on with vigor.
Let a bunch of kids do what needs to be done. We're not afraid.
Jeff's scowl faded with a sigh.
Say what you will about old Jeff, and they'll all do. They all do, but you never hear them say I hide from
One
nothing.
good stomp of the foot was all Jeff needed to drive his point home.
What was it your kids needed? Some sort of disguise. I've got just the thing. And while we're at it, a crate should come in handy. It ain't gonna be free, you know. I'm thinking 5 bags of sour gob should cover it. Put them on my tab.
Luca offered out his open hand to seal the deal. With a firm and dusty grip, Jeff reciprocated.
Done. Swing by first thing in the morning. Shit, where am I gonna find Tiff and Iggs? Where's Iggs and Tiff at? Oh, well, should have guessed. Hey, Tish. Sorry, what I call her? Tiff? Hey, Tish, look who it is. Luca, are you here to try to tickle us to death again? Look, just hear me out.
Iggy raised an eyebrow suspiciously.
We're listening. Iggy, I know we've both been giant bags of shit to each other.
Iggy gave a reluctant shrug.
Yeah, you're not wrong. But lately, life has kind of been hard, you know? Hard. Yeah, well, life's always hard. Get over it, we ain't interested. Oh, come on.
Luca knew they'd need Iggy and Tish to pull. He tried again.
Okay.
Iggy gave a reluctant
Life's been strange, you know? Life has just been kind of strange.
Iggy considered the point.
Things have been weird around here. So I'm offering a truce and asking for your help. What do you say we break our hostilities, at least for now? We do like breaking things, even if a truce means less breaking things. What if I told you there's a way to have a truce and break stuff? Go on. I need you to cause a distraction so I can sneak into Perennial Harvest HQ.
A wild-eyed grin spread across Iggy's face.
My, Luca Van Horn, I'm impressed. Now after this is all done, maybe you and Tish can come hang out at the treehouse
Iggy
sometime.
glanced over to Tish, who nodded in agreement.
Fine. But not because we want to see your crappy treehouse. We just like to cause chaos.
With a quick nod, Luca was off.
Nice. Did you hear that,
Iggy
Tish?
gazed up at Tish with a smile.
We invited us to hang out in the
A single
treehouse.
tear ran down Tish's cheek.
I never expected this day to come. How wonderful.
Chapter 7. Into the Hive. A good heist requires preparation. And thorough preparation takes time, something they had precious little of. So far, everything was in order. Jeff, Iggy, and Tish all agreed to do their part. Beck radioed Luca that night with a simple and covert message. "We're locked and loaded on my end." And Rollo, after a lengthy confession, managed to persuade Roxy and Fitz to help. He stowed away in mission control for the night to avoid attracting attention. Rollo, being uniquely suited for the role, would be the first to breach Perennial Harvest. The outfit provided by Jeff wasn't perfect, but a convincing disguise is 10% wardrobe, 90% confidence. Rollo took a few vigorous breaths and shook out his arms.
Just stay calm, Rollo. You can do this. Got your delivery here. Delivery? I don't have anything in my notes about delivery. One moment. I'm so sorry, but there's no delivery scheduled for this morning. Right.
He had to think quick.
It's because this thing goes directly to the founder. He asked that it be kept secret.
Rollo sighed, adjusting his tool belt.
You know how the founder can be. Yeah. I suppose we can leave this one off the records. Our harvest awaits and
With a
such.
stroke of his mustache, Rollo proceeded into the Perennial Harvest headquarters.
Our harvest awaits. Package here for the founder. Oh, I didn't hear anything about... Yeah, this is a need-to-know kind of thing. Oh, I'll just
He
check.
stammered and flipped through the pages of his clipboard.
This goes directly to the founder. I don't have time to fill you in. Oh, I see. If you could just complete this form.
Rollo interrupted with urgency in his voice.
Every time with the forms. Look, if you want to explain to the founder why I'm late, well, it's your funeral. I'm sorry. What'd you say your name was again?
Rollo panicked.
Our harvest awaits. Sir? That's a restricted area. Excuse me, sir. Our harvest awaits. Yep. Suck on this, perennial ham fist. What was
The
that?
distraction was enough for Rollo to regain his confidence.
Just open the damn door. I've got a
The
job to do.
clipboard fumbled around in a frenzy.
I should check on that noise. Oh, come on. Just buzz me in already. All right, okay. How'd you get the fireworks, Iggy? Okay, whatever. Phew. That was close. Our harvest awaits? Hey, I figure, when in doubt, stick to the classics. Well, that was a close one. But you pulled it off. Nice work, Rolo. Alright, everyone knows what to do? Yep, deep engineering is to the north. I'll go with Beck. In case you need some muscle. I'll head east to the founder's office. You two be safe. That's odd. There's not even any cups for the water. Uh-oh. Well, they said east. No, they said east. Yeah, east. Aha.
Solomon stopped in his tracks.
Luca, what are you doing here? It's a long story. Are you
A
okay?
veneer of confusion flashed across Solomon's face. His words rushed out dramatically.
No, I'm most certainly not okay. Some strange people grabbed me and... Were they in hazmat suits? Yes, how'd you know? They brought me here and locked me up, and when they were distracted, I ran. Dang, okay, you should stick with me. We've got a plan.
Solomon's facade briefly faltered.
We? Yeah, Rolo and Becker are headed to deep engineering. Thank heavens you found me. We've got to get out of here. We can't leave just yet, but they'll catch us again. We've got to do something first. When you were running, did you happen to see a door marked Founder? Founder? Why are you looking for him? I'm not. I just need to get into that office. Now that you mention it, I do think I saw a door that said Founder. It was just on this
Luca
way.
happened to notice a plaque above the door.
Office of the Founder. Knocking comes with consequence. Oh, here it is. So it is. It's pretty lucky that I ran into you, or else I may have missed it. Truly fortunate.
Luca tried the handle. Solomon
Locked.
leaned forward to examine the mechanism.
Regrettably, it seems to be some sort of electric lock. I don't see how you, or how we, could possibly defeat a lock like
Luca
that.
smiled and looked at his watch.
Let's just wait a minute. Got him. Nice. Oh, that's sort of funny business. I don't know what sort of funny business you're up to, but I like
She
it.
mimed a quick hat tip and ambled off with a whistle.
Howdy. Hey, what's up?
The light on the keypad changed from red to green.
That's all it takes is a shovel tap. How did you do that? It's good to have friends. Quick, let's get inside before someone spots us. Ugh.
Luca switched on his walkie-talkie.
Rolo, I'm in. As expected, there's a control panel. Great timing. We're stuck at a locked door marked 24601. We need to get you... Yeah, what if someone catches us? We should get out of here. I'm not leaving my friend Solomon.
On the computer screen, a green cursor blinked in a password field.
Surely you don't have a way to get around that password.
Luca pecked out his best guess. Underground secrets.
Yeah?
The screen blinked to life. Columns of green numbers
Yeah.
glowed on a black
You
background.
just knew that, huh? Okay, buddy. Whatever you say. Hey, how did you guess that? Oh, it's the absurd password Rolo heard when he was down here before. It's funny how someone arrogant enough to call themselves the founder uses such a basic password. Well, they were thinking several moves ahead, not expecting everyone to guess something so simple. These villain types always end up outsmarting themselves.
Solomon's jaw clenched into a half smile.
Your powers of deduction are as impressive as your luck.
Luca quickly scanned the columns for number 24601.
Rolo, I think they should do it. Bingo bango, doors open. Luki, you never fail to impress. What is that slippery lout even doing down there? We have a friend whose mom is in trouble. We're here to get her out. I see. Okay, Luca, I think we're close. The next door is marked 13806.
Once again, Luca scrutinized the numbers on the screen. In that moment of distraction, Solomon reached forward and pressed a large red button.
Maybe this one opens the lock. Yeah. Crap, we've got company. Luca, must go faster. It's like I can't think with all this
He quickly
noise.
skimmed the screen with his finger.
13806. Krista's fumbling hands. My apologies, Luca. Don't beat yourself up. I know you were just trying to help. Yeah, uh-huh. Knock over the water. Aw, man. No water cups. Rolo. Rolo, are you okay? Rolo, come in.
Mr. Kerr approached with a sneer and spoke into his walkie-talkie.
You can turn off the alarms. They're trapped.
With self-satisfaction, he called into the hallway.
That, my dears, is a dead end. Nowhere to run. Rolo, where are you? Are you okay? Yeah, I think we lost him. Making our way back to Nellie's office. Okay, you two rat-browsers are coming with us. Nope. Just kick him in the dick. Yo, nice. Did that little shit just kick me? Don't just stand there after them. Okay, I think that worked. Roxy and Fitz have them on a wild goose chase. I'm having trouble following what just happened. Like I said, it's good to have friends. Rolo, how long do you think Roxy can distract them? How long can Roxy keep someone so pissed off they can't see straight? Let's just say we've got time. Entering Nellie's office now. Mom! Oh, honey, what did you do with your hair? I thought you'd be happy. I finally used that young chemist lab kit. Sure have a knack for making me incredibly proud in the most frustrating ways. Yeah, we need to get out of here. Who is your adult friend? Oh, I'm not an adult. Ever heard of a growth spurt? I've had more of a growth spew. No, that's not possible.
Nellie leaned over to examine his teeth.
Substantial banding on the enamel of the molars, consistent of the Tempest Lucamine exposure. Is that what you call the gunk they forced me to drink? You drank it? Oh no. They told me it was only being tested on plants. Oh, Beck, sweetie, I promise I didn't know. Mom, what the hell is going on at this place? I was brought here to work on the discovery of a lifetime. A novel chemical compound was discovered under Beacon Pines in a wellspring they call the Source. They named it Tempest Lucamine. It pulls energy from its surroundings in order to fundamentally alter matter's relationship to time. It was the secret to Valentine's fertilizer. They harvested the source, infused small amounts of Tempest Lucamine into the product. It works wonders, drastically accelerating plant growth. Crops would be ready to harvest in a fraction of the time, but it led to complications. The foul harvest. Perennial Harvest came in to clean up all the mess, to succeed where Valentine failed. But Tempest Lucamine is rebellious. Rebellious? You can think of it as a manifestation of change itself. It's volatile by its very nature. So the more you try to force it to do a specific thing, the more it resists, yes. I can relate to that. My role to finish the work with my predecessor, Dr. Prescott, harnessing Tempest Lucamine to reliably manipulate an organism's age. Just imagine how many people we could feed. Mr. Kerr was very insistent that we achieve a successful result before today's art festival. But you didn't, right?
Nellie sighed.
You know how much I love a good puzzle. I poured myself into the problem. It wasn't long until I discovered oddities in Dr. Prescott's notes. Oddities? They contained obvious errors, mistakes that someone of his reputation would never make. So I fixed them and now I get to replace my entire wardrobe. I really am truly sorry. Nah, those clothes were all hand-me-downs anyway. Sounds like Dr. Prescott figured it out, got cold feet and intentionally sabotaged his own work. I had considered that possibility. I sent a letter asking him to clarify his thinkings. Mom, Dr. Prescott is dead. Kerr killed him. Kerr had him killed. Oh, you know, the same thing.
What?
I overheard them talking about it on the radio. That's why we gotta get you out of here. I just... Like, now?
Wait, the vial. I finally solved the chemical equation, allowing direct control of aging. Mr. Kerr picked it up just before he came. All the more reason we gotta hightail it. Luca, we've got Mr. Modwell. Dr. Modwell. Modwell? Heading your way now. Roger that. Be careful. Oh, I hit the wrong button. Sorry, algorithms and... Oh, everything's on track. Unless you plan for escape. Oh, we'll get everything when we get here. In the meantime, maybe we can dig up some more info? Like booze? Malice, 80 proof whiskey. A hard drink for a hard man. Well, even his alcohol is arrogant.
Solomon muttered inaudibly.
I should just smother you right now. What's that? I said I shouldn't bother you right now. Don't be silly, you're not a bother at all. Let's see what else this bad boy has on it. Security system, time card logs, payroll. You know, for being so evil, this guy sure is boring.
Solomon once again muttered under his breath.
Just you wait. Huh? Oh, nothing.
Luca tugged on each of the cabinets.
Dang, this must be good stuff. They're all locked. Perhaps he's not as careless as you suspected. Nah, I think he's just a big dummy. Come on. There we go. Looks like the founder is helping Kerr plan this festival. Why would such a secretive leader be obsessed with a party? Only time will tell.
Luca held his hand up to the ashtray.
You know, I realize I named the stream Changing Time in Beacon Pines. That was the timeline reference, being like, hey, we're changing timeline, not literally changing time. Still warm. He must have been in here recently. Should you be smoking with your small lungs, my guy? Is his jacket really small? That'd be really funny and cute. Really sorry you got dragged into this mess, Solomon. You needn't worry about me. Well, I feel bad either way. We're gonna get you out of this, I promise.
With a subtle, quivering lip, a smile crawled across Solomon's face. They heard the trampling of frantic footsteps from the hallway.
Lock it, lock it, lock it! Locked. That was close. We left those officers swarming with clipboards. We barely got away. Did they follow you? Lolo, before we start tossing blame around, it is possible someone ordered... Yeah, it is. Is it possible someone ordered a pizza? We'd love to hear your thoughts. Definitely not pizza. What now? So what now? Don't look at me. I'm officially retired from the heisting business. We're so sorry for the inconvenience. We just have a few quick questions. Just let me think. Can someone watch the door? No. 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 Everyone else, huddle up. Oops. I think this little caper has gone on long enough. Solomon, no. Hush now, child. The adults are speaking. Dr. Modwell, a brief reintroduction is in order. We've never met in person, but we have corresponded. You see, it was I who hired you. Solomon, the pathetic orphan child, the powerful and enigmatic founder. Sharper, the fallen progenitor who created this town. Perennial harvests, Valentine fertilizer, all connected by a single thread. Yours truly. But that's...
Her eyes searched the floor in thought. Solomon watched eagerly, waiting for the flicker of epiphany. With a sickened look, she peered into his soul.
Ha! Now you've got it. Tempest Liquormine. You discovered how to reverse the process.
Solomon clapped with genuine delight.
Very good, Dr. Modwell. Very good. Though this discovery wasn't intentional,
Solomon glanced down, examining his youthful form.
and the effects went a little too far for my tastes. That's why you needed me to finish Dr. Prescott's work, which you did admirably. Mr. Kerr, the vial,
Kerr
please.
presented it with a theatrical twirl of the hand.
I present to you the eighth wonder
Before
of
he
the...
could finish, Rollo snatched the vial from Kerr's palm.
Wow, this stuff sounds pretty valuable. Be careful, you fool. You have no idea what you have in your hand. Actually, we do. You just did a whole evil villain monologue thingy
Rollo
about it.
casually tossed the vial to Luca.
Smash that shit, dude. Gosh, maybe I'll have a taste.
Luca jiggled the vial mockingly.
Maybe you shouldn't. Seize him. Luca! Over here! Move another inch and I smash
She
it.
held it tightly behind her back. Solomon sighed, speaking in crisp, measured syllables.
You have no plan. I'll smash it, I swear. Fine. Risk killing us all. Or if you're lucky, nothing happens. Then what? We capture you and grant you much less leniency.
He pursed his lips with feigned sincerity.
But I give you my word, if you hand it over now, none of you will be
A
harmed.
deep uncertainty washed over Beck.
You're a smart girl, Beck. But there's no shame in being outwitted by someone smarter than you. We both know there is only one way this ends.
She looked to Nellie shakily. With a dispirited nod, Nellie sighed in defeat. Beck slowly approached Solomon.
Beam him in the face with it. That's a good girl. Beck, don't do it. You can't trust that jerk. I'm sorry, he's right.
With apprehension, Beck conceded.
Beam him. Okay, I was gonna say
Solomon pocketed the vial and
beam
brushed
him in
off
the
his shoulder
face.
with a sharp flick.
Okay. Mr. Kerr, you've allowed yourself to be humiliated by a group of children. Report to my office tomorrow for a performance
The
review.
blood drained from Kerr's face.
Of course, sir. But first, you have a speech to make. Trot out there and give me the introduction I deserve. And don't forget to smile. Yes, sir. And think, all of this is thanks to the efforts of Mr. Van Horn. I don't understand. How is this all because of me? Ha! I said Mr. Van Horn, silly child. Dr. Walt Van Horn. Your father was always a thorn in my side. I offered him an opportunity to be part of something great, but the fool was blinded by righteousness. He even broke into my laboratory in an attempt to sabotage my
Solomon
work.
shook his head with gratification.
But the universe has a funny way of correcting course. By meddling with a force he didn't understand, Walt showed me its true potential. As fate would have it, Luca, your father's dying act was to grant me
A
eternal
muffled
life.
applause resonated faintly through the walls.
Well, that's my cue. After the festivities of my subsequent ascension, I'll return to deal with you all. Till then, I suggest you use this time to reflect on the magnitude of your failure. You three keep post outside the door. Oh, crap. I can't believe Beck sorted us out like that. Not sure she had any other choice. So what now? What's the plan? I don't have one. Of course you do. You always have a plan. Rollo. You just need some time. Rollo, it's over. We lost.
Nellie was staring at the floor, deep in thought.
Sorry, Luca. Give me a minute to calm my mind. Beck? Hey. I'm sorry, Luca. I did what I had to do. No, it's just... we were so close. I've got a feeling that eventually Solomon will get what's coming to him. Time wounds all heals. Well, time seems like less of an issue for him now. Luca, there's something you should know. After Mr. Kell locked me in the office, I had nothing but time and curiosity. I poked around a bit, hoping to find the means of escape, but I found something else. A note hidden in a false drawer. What sort of note? Dr. Prescott must have sensed his time at Perennial Harvest was growing short, so he left behind a letter with the hope it would be found by his successor. It was a confession of sorts. He left it for me, but its contents... Luca, I think they were meant for you. Why? What did it say? It was about an incident with your mother. Dr. Prescott found her in his lab with a stolen keycard. It was an accident. She had been exposed to extreme amounts of Tempest liquor.
The color dropped from Luca's face.
She survived. Dr. Prescott decided to help her recover. He no longer trusted Perennial Harvest, so he kept her whereabouts a secret. Over time, your mother led him to reconsider the purpose of scientific discovery. Science is often at the vanguard of change, but that doesn't mean it's always right. She realized that no one should have control over something as powerful as time itself. I now believe that's why he began to intentionally sabotage his own work. And that cost him his life? That's a reasonable conclusion.
Overwhelmed with emotion.
But if she's alive, where has she been? Where is she now?
A sudden explosion sounded from the hull. Chapter 8. Comeuppance. Ears still ringing, Gran picked herself up off the ground. Through the dust and smoke, she looked over to see Mrs. Fratelli helping Hiram Tolliver to his feet. She'd had to beg, borrow, and steal to acquire those explosives.
What?
How many nights had she spent visualizing how she'd use them to make things right? And now, her one shot at destroying the source, that damned hole that swallowed so much of her life, was gone. Traded for this jagged hole in a wall and a foolhardy shot at rescuing Rollo. With Fratelli and Tolliver at her side, she stepped through. It was a strange feeling. The last time she'd stalked this maze of hallways, it was in a different body. They quickly rounded a corner to find a group of clipboards guarding a door. Something worth guarding is probably something worth seeing. She leapt forward, brandishing her cane. If her last chance at vengeance for things lost was truly gone, she would just have to fight to keep what she still had.
Get it, Gran. Or Mom. Gran, what are you doing here? Luca, what are you doing here? We're here to save Nellie. We're here to save Rollo. Hey, Miss Lucas, Gran. That's awfully nice of you. But I'm fine. Oh no, what did they... Gran, there's no time to explain. We have to go now. Come on, everyone, we've got a party to crash.
They made their way out from deep within Perennial Harvest, just as Solomon finished up his speech.
Thankfully, we can dispense with the formalities from here on out.
Solomon pulled a glass vial from his pocket.
We've got to stop him.
In one smooth motion, he downed its contents. A triumphant smile grew across Solomon's lips.
No. Well, I guess that's it. We lost. I won't be so sure about that.
With a mischievous look, Beck elbowed Luca.
What did you do?
Remember when I had the vial behind my
your back? Yes. A little change. This is a story about change.
With a little change.
Like pocket change? Your unlucky penny! Yeah, I plopped into the vial when no one was looking. What's that thing gonna do? No idea. That's the beauty of science. Now we observe. Now you can all call me Sharper Valentine.
His body and face began to contort and expand as he disappeared into a belching
I don't think that changed
green
anything.
mist.
I don't think that changed anything. Babby. Holy crap, he's a baby. Yeah, but he's still sharper, right? What he was no longer matters. This is an innocent child. I apologize for all the harm my father has caused
Eris
you.
awkwardly cradled the squirming child. She looked to her brother, her voice shaking with uncertainty.
Augustus, what we do what Valentines always do. what must be done. I'll hurry home and prepare a crib for a father, or young Sharper. That would be a great help, thank you.
She looked back down at the infant with equal parts kindness and terror in her eyes. With a shake of her head, Eris addressed the crowd with a stern scowl.
Okay, everyone, the show is over. You may leave. Now.
Epilogue. Beacon Pines' coldest summer on record came and went without much fanfare. Folks shared what they had, and none were left wanting. The new school year was ushered in by the falling leaves of autumn. After everything Luca, Rollo, and Beck had been through, middle school was bearable. The chill of winter didn't seem to bother people much. They kindled a hope for a better future in their hearts. When spring arrived, farmers planted their crops with a sense of joy and optimism. And as the dawn of the first day of summer came again, its light slowly spread through the shallow valley. It crept over the town square, across the river, past the neglected welcome sign, and came to rest on a young boy sleeping at dawn, his mind at peace, knowing he is here for a reason.
Yeah, we're gonna go back and do the other choices, though.
I might have tweaked his wonder potion with a little junk.
Can't wait to see a look on his face when he realizes he drank his own cigar ash. How did ash was getting into the vial? It's pretty easy to mess with the vial when it was behind my back. Oh, that's sneaky. Well, it's a bad habit anyways. Paul always said bad habits are like 50-yard field goals. Huh? Hard to kick. You can call me Sharper Valentine.
His body and face began to contort and expand as he disappeared into a belching green mist.
Ha! Oh! Oh! We killed a man. We killed a man. Oh! Well, that's one way to kick a bad habit.
As the last of what was once Sharper Valentine wafted into the air, the crowd began to disperse, still numb from what they had just observed.
Child murder?
Sharper Valentine was gone for good.
Oh my god.
His end would be a new beginning for Beacon Pines.
Okay.
A new chance to let go of the things they had lost and grab hold of a new future. The end. Well, I'd be lying if I said that wasn't a bit gratifying. If that feels to you like a good note to end on, I won't stand in your way.
The game's like, hey man, if you want that ending, go for it. Like, if you want him dead, go for it, I guess.
I might have tweaked his wonder potion with a little malice.
Malice? The whiskey from his office? Yep, dude had an unfinished glass on his desk. Figured his grow juice could use a little hair of the dog.
His body and face.
Yep. Holy shit, the kid exploded. Now that's what I call 80 poof risky. Damn, dude. Watch Sharper Valentine. Whoa. Yeah, we did do that. Yeah.
The crowd gazed in stunned silence at the now empty stage.
Exploded.
The quiet was broken when William Kerr sprinted off stage and into the distance.
I just fucking booked it.
He was never seen around Beacon Pines or anywhere else for that matter.
He's like, nah, man, screw this.
Watching the silhouette of Kerr disappear over the horizon, Luca began to laugh.
That's a pretty good ending.
First, a low chuckle that became uncontrolled, heaving laughter. Through his tears, he was vaguely aware that the crowd had begun to laugh with him. The end.
The crowd, this kid explodes, and it sounds like, oh hell yeah, that's pretty funny.
That was
unexpected.
Yeah, but it's pretty good.
Perhaps a bit of an absurd ending for my taste, but who am I to say?
Yeah, I'll take it. That was pretty
I'm
funny.
only writing the damn thing.
Okay. Okay.
Epilogue. Beacon Pines cold folks the news after the chill of they kindle in spring, and his mind at peace, knowing he is here for a reason.
All right, boyo. Do we get one last walk around the town? Rollo, are you up yet? Roger that. It's a beautiful day at Mission Control. You gonna swing by? Be there in a minute. This our victory lap? We get to run around and talk to everybody?
Over time, Eleanor began moving Walt's old things out of the closet and into storage. Eleanor had moved back into her bedroom, and now that she wasn't sneaking out late, she even slept there most nights.
Okay, well, I can't go in it, but that's fine. Mom? Hey, Mom. Oh, should I call you Mom, or should I keep calling you Gran? Mom, I'm ready to go now. You go on without me, I'll meet you there. Got a batch of jam to finish jarring. It's funny. I only started making jam as the way to send messages without anyone noticing. But now, I enjoy it. Well, yeah, I guess technically it's not real, but it still matters, right? It's pretty cute. Oh. You and Rollo have big plans for that little treehouse. Yeah, it started getting crowded after we revoked the max capacity when Rollo and Luca rule. So we decided to expand. But at least we got some help with that. How's your internship at Nellie and Ilona's shop going? It's been great. I hope it helps me get into the School of Agriculture up the state. Also, Nellie said she'd write a letter of recommendation, which would be huge. I just can't help but worry about leaving Rollo. He's grown up so fast, but he's still my little brother. Yeah, he had a heck of a growth spurt. I don't just mean grown, literally. This morning he was up and finished his chores before I even had breakfast. Well, some of that might be his excitement about the treehouse renovations. Don't tell him this, because it'll go to his head, but I'm really proud of that little punk. I'm sure he feels the same way, but he's just too dang proud to tell you. I know. Hey Gus, how's the tree planting going? Oh, it couldn't be better. I'm so grateful that Ilona and Nellie for letting me help. I just wasn't built to be a mayor. Too much bureaucracy. Gus, we finished cleaning up the sidewalks? What's
One
next?
perennial harvest collapsed. Most of the clipboards skipped town. But some stuck around and dedicated themselves to making things right.
Good. Good. Anyone with a knack for art can help paint the new offices. You can count on us. Well, it looks like you really found your calling. Never really felt comfortable telling people what to do. Now this right here, this is something I can be proud of. How's the napping this morning? Well, the most underrated part of a good nap is the view. And the view's green and greener every day. Nice. So you decided on a name? Yet we had to clear out all the old stuff before putting on the final touch. Slow and Dirty Harvest is now official. I like it. It was actually Nellie's idea. Still a lot of work to do, and the name serves as a reminder. Just because progress is important doesn't mean changing should happen fast. In fact, I've learned that the more you care about something, the more important it is to take things slow. My motto is, go slow, fix things. Amen to that. Still can't go in. Okay, we'll get to the treehouse. Wanted to say hi to everyone else. See what Iggy's up to. I want to see Iggs. Look, get this. I managed to reel in an actual fish this morning. Seriously? Yeah, and honest to goodness, flip-flopping, swim-swamming, fish. Now don't think I've ever caught an actual fish here. Been at least 7 years since I've caught one. I'd say it's a good omen. What'd you do with the fish? I released it back into the pond. Hoping to catch it again tomorrow. No new ones? Okay.
Luca placed a sink. Sometimes
What if I'm missing something there? Oh, well, there's eggs. A little higher. Yep. A little lower. Yep. Little higher. Yep. I'm telling ya, the angle isn't the issue. You need more power to the radio. Look, there you are. Wouldn't you tell him it's not the angle? I'm not in charge of antenna redesign. Fine, fine. Iggy, just don't do anything drastic until we get back. Who, me? Tish, you're in charge while I'm gone. Yup. We'll be fine, right? It'll be fine. If we really want mission control to turn into something bigger and better, we have to loosen our grip a bit. You're right. Either way. Anything to, like, examine in here? Yo, chill. Yeah. Yeah, I never really come out here at all.
Luca looked up at the satellite dish. Rollo nearly killed himself putting that up into the tree.
Oh.
While it didn't turn the radio into an interstellar communicator, as he'd hoped, it did at least boost the signal enough to overhear truckers one town over.
Wait, shit, is there like... Ooh. No, okay. Maybe for fishing though. Surely there has to be an achievement thingy for like getting all the charms, right? Can I get the bubble, please? There we go. I was gonna say that bubble's hard to find.
Luca tied a small magnet to the line, fishing with the law of attraction.
Sure. A key? Who do you think the lock is for this key? No. Now, why would we want to find that? Because then we would know the secret. That's no fun. The second we know what it unlocks, it just becomes a boring old key. I mean, now this key could unlock anything. Looks like we could use some new bait. What do you say we head out and find some more? Okay. Let's go grab Beck. Hey Harris. Young Mr. Van Horn. How's little Sharper doing? Young Sharper seems to enjoy nature more than I. So I do a lot of strolling these days. Has he, you know, attempted to crawl out of his crib and plot world domination? Yeah. Thankfully, no. Spoke at length with Dr. Modwell, and she feels that Sharper's infant mind was not developed enough to retain his previous memories. For all intents and purposes, this child is unmolded clay. So if he's a little nicer the second time around, that is the objective, yes. But really, all I can do is try and hope. 2 activities I am endeavoring to find less distasteful. Well, I think you're doing a great job. And the whole town is ready to help out with however we can. We can't wait to teach you all how to throw a
Eris
baseball.
did her best to ignore the tears welling in her eyes.
That would be acceptable. Luca's friends a thankful smile. After everything that could have gone wrong, everything that did go wrong, we made it. The
Closing
end.
her eyes, Miss Hatch took a deep, relaxing breath.
Oh, hello, Luca. How are you? Really good, actually. That's wonderful. Did I miss anything? I think you're pretty much up to speed. Oh, hey, where's, Z? Luca, did you want a biscotti? On the house. Don't really have time. Zoe, you gotta come and see that. Oh, you're Z. I finally did it. I pulled the perfect espresso. How loomy. If I didn't know better, I would have thought you're proud of something. As if no. It's too late. You're now officially a person that cares. I get baited. What's today's news that needs knowing? I'll give you tomorrow's headline today. Our old friend Patrick C. Monescue, aka William Kerr, just performed a stirring rendition of The Iceman Cometh at the State Correctional Facility. I hear there wasn't a dry eye in the house. Well, I guess he has plenty of time to work on his craft. Explore the town a little bit. Talk to everyone. Oh, there's all the bun-buns. Hey, Mr. Nuncreed. I'm gonna go see my dad in a bit. Did you want to come with? Even after everything I did, you'd still...
Mr. Nuncreed shook his head.
You really are your father's son, aren't you? I don't think I'm ready for that yet. Well, you're always invited. I bet he'd love to hear from you. I'll visit Walt in my own time. You run along now.
Over the school year, Kato and Bert had become close friends.
But did you know that when they covered up the source, they found a new species of fungus? Yeah, they studied it in the new labs. Did you know that Beacon Pines is now the smallest town in the county? Yep, close to the population before Perennial Harvest moved in.
It typically went on like this for quite some time.
Can't believe it's over. Yeah, the town's really starting to turn a new leaf. The town? I was talking about Hank Atomic. Just finished the last issue. How was it? As great as always. Hank finally returned to Earth, but I just feel weird now. Weird can be cool. Just means you're ready for something new. Any suggestions? You could ask Miss Hatch about what she was always reading. She seems to really enjoy it. Maybe I'll do that.
Luca peeked over Piper's shoulder. Laid stealthily inside a large volume of mathematics was the first issue of Hank Atomic.
Piper, are you reading Hank Atomic? Do you mind not telling anyone? I've kind of got a reputation to uphold. It's nothing to be ashamed of. Just about every kid in town reads Hank Atomic. Honestly, I'm excited for you. What I'd give to start over fresh, to experience it again for the first time. Guess that's the downside of finishing something nice. At least now I can enjoy it again through you. Promise to tell me about it as you go? Yeah, sure thing. Hey, Jeff. Jeff's Wild Ride.
With Perennial Harvest gone, the transportation tubes were left unused.
Come on, come on. Come on. No one is too big, no one is too small. For Jeff's Wild Ride.
Maybe not completely unused.
Just one piece of candy for the ride of your life. Who's next? Hey, buddy, ever find your beetles? Guess what? Yesterday I saw that. That's good. It's great. I haven't spotted one of those in years. At this rate, Beacon Pines is going to become the bug capital of the county. Actually, you know what? How's the puddle? Do we clean that up? Sure, we'll just say it was cleaned up. Lolo drank it all. Wait a minute. I went the wrong way. Right, yeah, sure, I went the wrong way. Fucking imagine missing Dawn. Could not be me. Alright. Hey, Dawn. Glad you swung by. More follow-up questions for your story? No, I got everything I need. Thanks again. I sent a draft of the story to the reporter in Capital City, and they offered me an internship. Of course they did. You're an amazing reporter. I don't know about all that. A story about a phony corporation that picked up an entire town of people and moved them to cover up the massive illegal mine shaft, full of incredibly hazardous chemicals, sort of writes itself if you think about it. Just don't forget us when you become a fancy big city reporter. Capital City isn't that far away. I'm gonna have to come back from time to time to check in and see what sort of new trouble you've gotten yourself into. Sorry to disappoint, but my adventuring days are over. Ha, you both know that's not true. What makes you say that? Call it a reporter's intuition. Is that actual sequel bait?
Mrs. Fratelli glowed with a carefree smile.
Isn't that your suitcase? That is 2 weeks of unencumbered tranquility. Excuse me? Would you be so kind as to take my order? 2 weeks of sand, margaritas, and forgotten obligations. Excuse me, I'd love to place an order.
Mrs. Fratelli sighed with a zen-like calm.
Just as soon as the lunch rush ends, I'll be a feather on the wind. I'm going on vacation for the next time in years. For the first time in years. And I've got you and your mom to thank. Why is that? She didn't tell you yet? You two are gonna fill in for me at the diner while I'm gone. Just like old times. It's fine. I'll wait. Poor guy just wants some food. He's just hungry. He's a hungry boy. Okay, now we can go say hi to Beck. That's literally every character, yeah. I don't think there's a single character left out. But just in case. Okay, never mind. I have news I think you'll enjoy. This morning I unpacked my last box. You're officially moved in. It's just a box. Let's not blow this out of proportion. It sounds an awful lot like putting down roots. I guess I decided this place is root-worthy. You're gonna be stuck with me for the foreseeable future. I'd have to warn you. Most years aren't gonna be as interesting as this one. I think I'll manage. Ready? Before we go, there's a bit of a surprise. Oh, I see. My mom prepared this tree especially for you. Oh, they didn't have to do that. It wasn't just them. Just about the whole town pitched in. We all owe you. It should be okay in the court of old Beacon Pines. And thrive as things warm up. Yeah, it's perfect. Take Jeff's wild ride to old Beacon Pines. Ah, you got it. Now that's a good looking tree. Being a special occasion and whatnot, that's rides on the house. You're gonna want to hang on tight to that little tree.
I think this is it. The end I've been waiting for. Honestly, I'd begun to lose hope of ever finding it. But then you came along. I don't know exactly how to thank you. It's hard to explain how much this means to me. It's funny, now that our time together is finally ending. I'm at a loss for words. Let's just watch the end together.
Done. A good little tree. The best little tree. Thank you, children. This means a lot. Yeah, thanks for everything. Shucks, I only did what any super awesome best buddy would have done. We should probably give you some time alone now. You good? Yeah, I am. It's been a wild year. How are you feeling? Everyone keeps asking me that. I'm fine, really. I always said the only thing fitter than a fiddle is a cello. I feel like a dang cello. Well, if you ever stop feeling like a cello, I'm here for you. I know. You don't even have to say it. You make an awesome pair. Excuse me? We're a trio now. Yep. Thanks. There's just one thing missing now that you're a part of our group. Missing? Let me tell you a little story about a man named Hank Atomic. Oh, God. It won't be long. I'll be waiting for you back at the phone booth. I found the perfect way to start our summer. You've got some good friends. I'm so proud of you. Your father would be so proud. I know. Can I ask you a question? Do you ever dream about Dad? Not a night goes by that I don't. You ever afraid that you're gonna forget him? Forget what he looked like? Forget his voice? No, because so much of him lives on in you. You love that old tree, but I know he would have loved this one more. Because his two favorite people planted it. I'll give you two a moment. Hey, Dad. Dr. Modwell says that over the next few years this place should warm up, so you won't have to deal with the cold for much longer. I think I finally understand why you left that night. There are things you believed in, big things. Those beliefs were the things that made you, you. If you wouldn't have stood up to Sharper, stood up for what you believed in, you wouldn't have been the same person anymore. You had to go, but that didn't mean you loved us any less. I may not visit you as much as I used to. I know you understand. I think I have to press the button. Or not. Just let the scene play out. What a good game! Kirsten Mize, I believe that's how you say it. Good performance. We're the only ones, like just a handful of people, wasn't it? Ooh. Alright, okay. That was good. That was good. That was definitely something good. Was this a Kickstarter game too? Oh boy. Pretty cool. That is pretty cool. Oh, here is the backer list. This is gonna be long, isn't it? Oh, this is gonna be really long, isn't it? Oh, I don't want to skip credits. I don't want to be disrespectful, but this is gonna go on for a while, isn't it? Can I No. Oh, I don't want to, like, skip the credits, but, this might be a hot minute. Oh, no. There's no skipping the credits. Well, that's cool. That's good. Yeah. I think that's gonna do it for our stream for tonight. I said, did Jack back this? Did Jack know about this game? I don't see anything. I don't see his name. Now we're in like the K's now. Okay, well. Maybe he's not under Jack. Maybe he's under his real name. Oh well. Well, there's no skipping it, is there? Well, I kind of hope there's like they go through and like maybe play the game again, but like just walk around the town. No, I think we're gonna call it there. Okay. So that's gonna be it for us tonight. I hope you've enjoyed. Hope you had fun. I hope you enjoy Twitch VOD users or YouTube. I hope you've all enjoyed. And we will see you next